South Philadelphia police arrived at 20th Market Street about an hour ago to investigate the murder of Nolan Banks, a promising politician running for this year's Senate election. Police have yet to discover the motives behind his murder, but many people speculate that it's no other than the street vigilante himself, Jake Pierce.
Please, don't kill me. Show me some mercy here.
Mercy? What about my wife and daughter?
Come on, I was only following.
My name is Jake Pierce. For 8 years, I've given my life to serve and protect my country. But in return, I had everything taken from me.
I'm Detective Bertelli from the 22nd District, reporting for duty.
Jake, put your hands up where I can see them.
Melissa, stay out of this!
You must stop this senseless killing.
This is Detective McDowell speaking.
Joseph, I can't stop Jake. I want to save him.
Calm down, Melissa. I'm at the crime scene right now. It looks like your friend Jake is sending a message to the police. We have to find him before more blood is spilled in our streets.
When law and order has become corrupt, vigilante justice is the only way to bring the system down to its knees. If no one else doesn't stand up to them, then I will.
Remember the pain, and remember the suffering.
He just tried to kill me, and now his severed head is on my floor!
Jasmine, get the hell out of there right now.
Well, am I right, vampire?
Damn it. Looks like the police are heading in your direction.
Everyone around you will pay the ultimate price. Only then will you become the man I remember. Hezekiah
Well, am I right, vampire?
What is going
Kid,
on
did
here?
you forget? The party was canceled to avoid a potential police raid. Your friend should already know that.
No fucking way! Is he even
You
human?
think you're doing?
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Can you guys hear me? Want to make sure. Let's see what we got here. What's up, Life? What's up, Warlord? What's up, Derpy? What's up, Strato? What's going on? All right, we start the stream in a bit. Let's wait for a little bit more people to come in and everything. I know you guys probably wasn't expecting a Saturday stream. I wasn't really expecting a Saturday stream myself. What's up, Mustafa? Just want to chat it up with you guys for a bit, and also, most importantly, talk about Venus Orion Comics. Monday is the launch. Venus Orion Comics. So you have to want to get you guys all prepared and get you guys all ready for what's going to happen. It's going to be a busy um, month, actually, a busy month. This month, I'm going to be not only focusing on Venus Orion Comics, I'm also going to be doing a lot of changes. Well, introducing a lot of changes and stuff to the YouTube channel as well. I really want to push hard on streaming. I want to push hard on everything this year. Yo, what's up? What's going on? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, Code. I'm chilling, man. I'm just for the past 2 weeks, man, I've just been stressing out. When it comes to this launch of Venus Orion Comics, you just don't understand the pressure that I'm feeling right now. Now that I'm getting closer. Before, it was all smooth selling and stuff like that. But now that I'm getting closer, I'm getting nervous because I think this is what every human being, when when you stepping into the unknown, you don't know where this is going to go. When you make a decision in your life, or you have a plan in your life, or you have a goal and whatever like that, and you try to pursue it, but you don't know where it's going to lead you. And I think this is another reason why a lot of people don't end up pursuing their dreams, is because they're so afraid, because they don't know. They don't know what's ahead, and that's why people end up crawling back to mediocrity, or crawling back into the repetitive cycle of getting up, going to work, or getting up, going to school, and nothing amazing happened in their life, or they don't go to the next level in their life, or they don't do anything to improve on their weight, their health, or improve on anything about themselves, because they're so afraid, because they don't know what's ahead. They can't predict it. They don't know what to expect from it, and they're afraid of it. And that's how I'm feeling right now. When it comes to this, like, I'm like so nervous. Anxiety been hit me so hard and everything, and it's just been on my mind because I don't know where this is going to go starting on Monday. You said you got butterflies in your stomach, being 2 days away from launch, and you come. Yes, man. You don't understand, man. Like, it's finally getting to me. It's finally getting to me right now, and I'm trying to hold myself together. And when it comes to this, hold up, because I got a solid. I ordered me a solid, so that should be coming here. Yeah. 1 second. Just want to make sure. Yeah, my solid will be here. But yeah, so that's how I'm really feeling right now. I'm feeling like really nervous and stuff, because I just don't know where this is all going to take me moving forward when it comes to all this. So we're going to dive into, of course, what we always do here. Let me bring this up for starters. All right, here we go. Yeah, so of course, Striking Kots is my brother's t-shirt company and business. Like I said, we do custom designs. We're stationed in Philadelphia. We have our own studio, our own steam press machines and everything. We do custom designs for shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, mouse pads, wallets, swimsuits, halter tops, leggings. We do it all here. And if you guys have an idea or a present, a gift, or you're a content creator yourself and you're trying to get your own merchandise out there, you can contact Striking Kots, my brothers. I'll put the website where you can go. And when you click on it, like I said, we're all graphic designers, especially both my brothers. So all these designs here, you can't find these designs anywhere else but here. So you have to go to the website to get these cool designs that we have. When you click on shop now, they'll give you a bunch of other items that you can check out as well. The different shirts, different colors that we have and everything. We don't play around when it comes to all this, when it comes to all our items that we have. Also, Mugen TV is going to eventually have its own store, so you can get Mugen TV merchandise as well. And most importantly, Venus Orion Comics. At some point this year, Venus Orion Comics is going to open up a store at Striking Kots. So you can be able to buy a lot of Venus Orion Comics merch and stuff like that as well. Oh, what's up, PJ? What's going on? So yes, that's what we're gonna be doing here. Here on Striking Kilos Tees, you can expect Venus Orion Comics and to be there and have his own spot. You will find out in the newsletter, which we'll be going over in a bit, and you'll find out through my YouTube videos as well of when that's going to be a thing. Here on Striking Kilos Tees. Oh, 1 second, guys. My food is here. 1 second. Hello?
Yes, I'm downstairs.
Okay, here we go. All right, back. All right, so where was I? We're gonna get some snow or like a snowstorm or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so Striking Kilo Tees, you'll be able to find everything there that you want, and you can contact them. Their contact, when you contact them, they reply pretty quick. And as I said, if you live in the Philadelphia area or you just live close by, you can actually come by and pick up your products after you make the order. You can just drive to the studio, and chances are you'll be able to meet my brother Strike Keo and also me. Or if you live close by, we may even deliver the product to you. So take that under consideration if you do live close by. So yes, so that's Striking Keo Tees, my brother's t-shirts company, custom designs. Go check them out. I'll post the link once again. Yo, what's up? Pop in to say hello. Hope the launch goes well and have a great day. Thanks, appreciate it. All right. So as I said before, now we gotta talk about the Venus Orion Comics newsletter, of course, which we'll go over here. I'm always going to keep stressing to you guys that it's very important to sign up for the Venus Orion Comics newsletter. I'm going to keep stressing it out and everything because it's very, very important. Is because when it comes to anything that's behind the scenes for Venus Orion Comics or I got anything coming up, you guys will be the first to know. Because you're part of the subscription and for Venus Orion Comics newsletter, and it's free. It's free. It don't cost you anything. All you do is just sign, put your email address, and hit subscribe. And also, when you subscribe, you also get free wallpapers and other goodies that I will send out, every month or every other month, depending on what I have have cooked up for you guys. I'll make sure that you guys will have those perks. And I really appreciate you guys that's in the Discord and you show off the wallpapers on your desktop and on your phones and stuff like that, that you guys really like the stuff that I've given you so far. So I really appreciate that. And it's more importantly, we got the Kickstarter coming up. It's launching in 2 more days. 2 more days, guys. It's launching in 2 more days. So the reason why it's important is because we have limited items. There's limited items that's going to be in the Kickstarter. So if you want to be the first to be able to grab them up, if you got the newsletter, that's that information. And the moment it go live, you guys will have the link right then and there. Go straight to it. Be the first to be able to grab these items and everything. That's what I'm saying. It's important. We'll talk about that in a second. And at the bottom right here has all the social media sites that Venus Orion Comics is at. Especially what I said before, my YouTube channel, Venus Orion Comics, YouTube channel. Right now, like I said, it's not many videos yet because we haven't went live yet. Once we go live, there's going to be a lot more stuff as far as content is concerned for Venus Orion Comics. So definitely subscribe to this channel to stay up to date and everything when it comes to that. Now, sometimes I double post. Sometimes I post on my Mugen Lord channel because it has the most viewers, so more eyes are on it. And then there's going to be Venus Orion Comics specific videos, which means it's not going to ever be uploaded on my Mugen Lord channel. That's why it's still important for you to subscribe to the Mugen Lord, to Venus Orion Comics, which I'll post here. Venus Orion Comics YouTube channel, because there's going to be Venus Orion Comics YouTube videos that's only for the channel. You won't see it posted up on Mugen Lord's channel, but when I want to get more eyes on things, you have to. I will post it on Mugen Lord channel as well. But there will be Venus Orion Comics specific videos that you can only see on Venus Orion Comics channel. That's why it's still important that you subscribe to this channel. So I'm going to remind you of that. Let's see, we got Landon here. Landon says, "Sup, Mugen Lord, great news. I contacted Kickstarter and my issue been resolved. Regain access to my Kickstarter account." Awesome. So yes, we're going to move over to the Kickstarter for what we'll be talking about today as well. And we'll talk about my YouTube channel too. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about when it comes to my YouTube channel, but I want to talk about more specifically Venus Orion Comics right now. But yes, so as I said before, I'm going to keep stressing this to you guys. This is the pre-launch Kickstarter page. If you guys are interested in showing support for Venus Orion Comics in the first release of my first comic book series called VK, Varion Killers, Vampire Killers, this is the Kickstarter pre-launch page. Before this page is the pre-launch before it actually opens up to the public coming January 6th on launch day. It's important for you guys to come here now. And when I post a link in the chat right now, is go to this page if you haven't yet. If you're interested in supporting me, I urge you guys right now to go to this page and hit that notification button. And I stress this. I'm going to keep stressing this to you guys because I know there's going to be some people that just won't get it and wait until the last minute to do this. But if you haven't made a Kickstarter page, you can't pre-order shit. You can't grab any items or anything if you don't have a Kickstarter account. And if you haven't made a Kickstarter account, when you come to this page and hit notify me of launch, they would ask you to create an account if you haven't made an account. If you haven't made an account, or if you haven't signed into your account, they're going to ask you to sign in, or they're going to ask you to make an account. Because after they ask you to make an account, you have to wait for your email and stuff and your information to get verified. You don't want to wait the day of launch to try to do all that the day of launch when there's limited items. So that's what I'm telling you right now. If you subscribe, if you hit that launch notify me button, hit that right now. And also that it helps me in the algorithm on Kickstarter. When Kickstarter see that, man, it didn't even launch yet, and people are clicking that notification. So this must be a hot or an anticipated Kickstarter, and that will help me in the Kickstarter community, and it will help me in the Kickstarter algorithm because it will push my project even farther when they see people click on it. This is why I urge you guys. It helps me out more than anything, especially you guys who are looking forward to see Venus Orion Comics thrive and see where Venus Orion Comics is going to go moving into the future. If you guys want to see these things, you guys will have to hit that notification button. And I know I don't ask you guys for much, but now's the time that I'm asking you guys to hit that notification button. It really helps. It really helps me out in everything. So definitely check it out. It gives you a synopsis of VK Chapter 1 and what to expect from it. And it also lets you know that this is Arc 1, Shadows of Ascension. This is Chapter 1 of 10 chapters. Now, when I say chapters, I'm talking about issue. It's issue 1 or whatever, because some people got confused between chapter and issues or whatever like that. But Chapter 1 is just issue 1, pretty much. And as I said before, when I talk about limited items, as I said before, and we'll go over it once again for those of you guys who are new here, the book is already done. I'm gonna mention this before. The book is already done. So my campaign is not a crowdfunding campaign. It's a pre-order campaign, which means that when you guys put money down for a pre-order, it covers the shipping, it covers the shipping and handling, it covers printing these books up for you guys and distribution. It covers all that when you guys pre-order. Whatever's left over after the campaign and fulfillment is done, it goes back and reinvested into Venus Orion Comics, and it will help fund the other books. Now, like I said, I paid this out of my pocket, and this shit cost me a shit ton of money to get this done. So I took all the risks so you wouldn't have to take the risk. And I'm going to repeat this again. It's because I don't want you guys to get confused. I would never ask you guys to give me money to get a book made. All that's going to be on my end. Now, determine on how quick these books can come out. It determines on how successful the campaign is. Because the more successful the campaign is, the more money I have, I can be able to get multiple books done at a time, if you get what I'm saying. But if is a little bit of a success, it means that I still have to use my own money again to finance the book. And since I'm going to be using my own money or whatever like that, it's going to take longer for the books to get done because this shit costs money and everything. So if you guys really want to help out, this first campaign really matters the most because that sets the momentum of how these releases are going to happen. So as I said before, right here, this is the base cover. This is cover A. Cover A right here is $15. Now, I know there's a lot of you guys who are living international, and I know some of you guys who probably don't want the physical. That's why there's also a standalone digital. The digital is only $5. So I wanted to make sure that there's no way for you guys to not be able to get access to this comic. So for those of you guys who probably don't have the finances to be able to get the physical, there's still always digital for you guys. The digital is $5. So that also helps out for you guys, especially you guys who are international, since shipping for internationals going to be pretty expensive. Now, as I said before, this is $15 for the base cover, not counting shipping. Shipping is going to be around $8. I'm just letting you, I'm being straightforward. I got to be as transparent as possible because I don't want you guys to be surprised day one when you click on it and then say, wait a minute, like shipping is what? So yes, shipping has got expensive, but domestically it's $8. Shipping is $8 domestically for these books. So yes, cover A, $15. Cover B, $20. Cover C, $25. And then cover D is $30. And I always like to show this to you guys right here because when you open it up, it makes a full cover. So you can see, and as I said before, this is a series. Cover D's will always look like this. It's going to have a different color theme depending on the chapter and everything. But the whole point of this series is it pretty much foreshadows future events or sometimes foreshadow things in the book. So I leave little clues and little nuggets, little hints for you guys and everything. I'm going to answer that question in a second and open it up. I'm going with an anime style and everything. But yes, so this is like the manga type of cover. All cover Ds would have this for VK. All cover Ds. To answer the question, each cover has a rarity to it. Each cover has a rarity to it. And I'll explain that for those of you guys who are new here in a second. So to answer Rav's question, Rav asks, how do I pre-order? It only says notify me on launch. How do I pre-order? Yes, when you got to understand, when you see this is the pre-launch page. Let me go to you. This is only the pre-launch page. When you go back to this link on launch day, the real page will show up. This is just what you see. You can't see what's hidden underneath here because it's the pre-launch page. So when you hit this notification button, you won't be able to pre-order yet until launch day. Once it's going to notify you. So when launch happens, it's going to send out a notification. Once you click this link, this page will no longer be here anymore. What you want to see is the actual real page for you to pre-order. There's going to be a bunch of tiers, different tiers where you can pre-order which cover you want. If you can also there's other tiers where you get a digital comic with with merchandise, or you can get the digital comic by itself, or you can customize your package. You can get a cover, and before checkout, you can choose what other items you want to add into your package. So you don't just have to choose the tiers. You can choose your book, and then before checkout, you can go to add-ons. Add-ons is the extra goodies, like the merchandise, or if you want to buy an extra cover, it's all kinds of things you'll be able to do. This is just the pre-launch page. You can't see the actual page until it actually launches. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna explain all that for you guys. It's signed cover D or bust for me. Yes, I got you guys. So let's go. I'm gonna go back to So yes, each cover it's based on its rarity. That's what the price is based on. It's based on its rarity. And what I wanted to explain to you guys is these covers are only available during the campaign. Once the campaign is over, once the campaign is done and fulfillment happened, you would no longer be able to get these covers. This is it. This is campaign exclusive. You won't when I eventually get my website up this year, The only cover will be available is the base cover. This is unlimited. These covers will always get reprinted, but this is for campaign only, and it's only in limited stock. So to show you, cover B, yeah, cover B is only 200 available. It's only going to be 200 available for cover B. It's only limited to 200. And then, and then cover C is only 150 will be available. It's only going to be 150 of these available for cover C. So keep this in mind. It's only going to be 150 of these available for cover C. And then cover D, there's only going to be 100. There's only going to be 100 that's going to be available. And cover A itself is unlimited. You can like grab as many cover A's as you want. Now, the upside to getting physical, if you get the physical, you also get the digital included with it. So it's the best of both worlds. You not only got the physical copy of the book, you also want to get the digital included with it. Now, how would I distribute the digital? Well, in order for this to happen, is that when fulfillment start, when it's time to start shipping this stuff out to you guys, when fulfillment is ready, and when the books get here, fulfillment start once these books get here. Because remember, I gotta print these books out. I gotta print out. So at the end of the campaign, I'll be able to know how many books I need to print out. So at the end of the campaign, once I find that out, then I'm able to go to Mixim and have them print the books for me and have it shipped to me or whatever like that. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on Kickstarter. I'll keep you guys updated on YouTube, and I'll keep you updated on my streams of when the books get here. Once the books get here, it's time to start shipping this stuff out to you guys. Once the books get here. So depending on the volume, that will determine when is the wait period and when the books will get shipped to my address. So once that happens, once we begin shipping, the digital copies will go out to everybody who got digital. So that means if you got a physical, you will get your digital copy first before your physical hits your doorstep. So to get the excitement, to get everybody talking and everything, the digital will be sent out first before we start sending out the physicals. All right. So I'll answer your questions. I'll answer your questions in a second, guys. It's signed cover or D or bust for me. Okay, I say I aim to get covers A and D. Cool. So all right. So yes, there will be signed copies. There will be signed copies of all the covers, which now it goes. Signed copy versions are $5 more. So instead of this being 15, a signed version of this will be 20. Instead of this being 20, the signed version will be 25. Instead of this being 25, the signed version will make this 30. And instead of this being $30, once you get it signed, the signed version of this will be 35. That's how that will work if you want the signed copies of this. But like I said, there's gonna be different tiers of and combinations of different goods that you can get with this. There was also going to be a tier where you can get all four books bundled together. And also there's a tier where you can get every item. You can get all the goods with all four covers. That's a mega tier, like and stuff like that. So I got like there's about like 15 tiers, 15 or 20 tiers, and then you can customize too. So you can say, for instance, you just want the digital, and then you can say, okay, I want digital, but before I check out, I want to get me I want to get this merchandise, that merchandise, and then this and that with this. Or, all right, I'm gonna get cover B, but I also want this, that, and the other. So you can customize during the checkout process, or you can just go for the tiers from there. Or you can get a tier and then add on to the tier if you want to with different add-ons that we have. So let's see what we got here. Awesome. Covers A and D are the best covers in my opinion. Oh, what's up, Cavern? Get my cover D. Awesome. How much do you need to donate to become a Mugen Lord? Asking for a friend. How to need to donate? Yeah. See, you can't see the donation button. I'm gonna bring this up. Good question, Nate. Good question. You can't you won't be able to see the donation button until launch day. Because once you go back to here on launch day, the site will open up so you can see everything. The donation button will pop up. So, say for instance, the reason why I mentioned the donation button is some of you guys may not be comic book fans. You may not like reading comic books, but you just want to support the cause. You just want to support Movie Lord, and I also appreciate that. You don't have to buy nothing, but if you just want to like support what I do, you can go here and you will see the donation button. It's going to be biggest day. You can't miss it. It's going to be on the right side when you're able to see it. It's going to be on the right side or whatever like that when you be able to see it on launch day. And you can donate how much you want. There's no limit. I'm not telling you how much. You can donate whatever your heart says. Whatever your heart says to donate, just donate. I don't care how much you donate. You can just do that to become more. So yeah, so that's when it comes to that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Also, too, I also wanted to bring up as well. If you go here, the video itself, the presentation video to the live pre-order, when pre-orders go up, there's a presentation video. It's going to be a big presentation video. That video is going to be a premiere video. It's scheduled for January 6th at 8 a.m. So if you haven't yet, go to my channel and hit notify me now. If you haven't yet, I'll post it in the link in the chat. If you haven't yet, there's a chance. Go to my channel and hit notify me now. So when you click on this, it's going to have the link to the Kickstarter, and then you click Kickstarter link, and it's going to take you straight to the pre-order page. It's going to take you straight there or whatever. But I do suggest you watch the video. I think you should launch during this stream because I'm selfish. Yeah, so so I urge you, I suggest you, if you're a subscriber of mine, make sure you check out this video. The video, I already have it up scheduled for January 6th at 8 a.m. So if you're interested in wanting to catch it, hit notify me. But if you're not going to be there because it's early in the morning, you got to work or go to school, I understand that. But at least watch the video. At least watch the video when you get a chance. But check it out. Also, I want to make another announcement. On launch day, I will be on my friend Leon's podcast. His podcast, which I'll get you. I'm going to be on. It's pretty much a launch party on his podcast. There's going to be two launch parties. I'm be doing one on his podcast, and then Tuesday I'll be back on my channel where we talk about Venus Orion Comics, chat it up. We're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff, but it's going to be me promoting the Patreon, the Kickstarter, getting you guys to support the live stream, to support the Kickstarter. But one second, let me find my boy Leon, because I want you guys to come to the podcast. I want you guys to come to the podcast, show some support, because I will be promoting Venus Orion Comics on launch day on his podcast. Because just so happened, what's the coincidence that I was going to be a special guest, and it just so happened to land. It just so happened to land on the day I was supposed to make a special guest on his, and we planned this months ago. And that's before I had a solid date, and I forgot all about it. So it just so happened. Oops, I hit the wrong. I'm glad I had that off. I was wondering why it didn't pop up. Okay, all right, here we go. Yeah, so my boy from Words of Paradise. Let me bring it up. So my boy from Words of Paradise, if you like culture war content, he does more than just culture war, but culture war is like what people go to for his content. If you like my stuff, you'll definitely love his stuff. I also feature, I make a guest appearance on his podcast a lot, along with LG, Lawrence, and the rest of the crew. Definitely check them out. I'm gonna send this to you guys. Yeah, things will launch again. Yeah, it launches on January 6th. January 6th is the launch. January 6th is the launch. So yes, there's go to Leon's Words of Paradise. Go follow him, And also, here's his YouTube channel. This is where, when he goes live, I'll post. Check out his content. If you like his content, subscribe to him. Yeah, let me know. I'm down for whatever, bro. Just let me know. Yes. So go to, if you're a fan, if you love Culture War stuff, he covers other things too. But if you love Culture War stuff, he's really cool. Check out his page. And subscribe to him if you like his content. Also follow him on X. But I will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Monday, on launch day. On Monday, I will be on his podcast promoting the live, promoting Venus Orion Comics and VK in the Kickstarter. So I'll be promoting that all on his podcast at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Monday. So I'm telling you right now, subscribe to his channel. Tell him that Mugen Lord sent you. Follow him on Twitter. Tell him that Mugen Lord sent you. And I'm telling you right now, you won't be disappointed. He is great dude, chill dude, great content. Check him out. And he's growing. He's constantly growing. He's growing really fast. So he'll definitely appreciate that. So yes, on Monday, I will be streaming there. But on Tuesday, I'll be streaming on my channel, talking with you guys, chatting it, and everything with you guys, and promoting the Kickstarter to get more and more people to contribute to it. So I definitely appreciate that when it comes to that. It's just amazing, man. I'm getting excited with all this. I'm getting excited. All right, cool. We have 58 followers now. We went from 56 to 58. Really appreciate that. We have 58 followers right now, so that's really good. And of course, launch day. Got it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Everybody's different timelines. Yes. So yes, definitely check it out. But yes, I'll be streaming almost this whole week. You're gonna be seeing my ugly mug this whole week. So be prepared for that. I'm definitely gonna have my brothers, Strike and Keo, also come on to the live stream as well. Oh, cool. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern time. He'll be there. I'll be there on his podcast. Come in. What's up? Oh no, I was looking. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'll be there on Eastern time on his podcast on Monday. So remember that 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll post it in my Discord. I'll let people know on my Twitter as well that I will be there. Also, there will be 2 Venus Orion Comics related videos that's going up on Monday. There will be no Culture War videos on Monday. There's only going to be Venus Orion Comics and VK stuff that's going to be on Monday. So there's going to be an upload, which you already seen already. I told you guys to schedule. Hit the notification button, the schedule and everything. Right here, the Kickstarter video. And then at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I will be revealing the full trailer of the teaser that I showed off to you. What was it? How many weeks ago? Almost 2 weeks ago. This teaser right here. The full reveal will be on the channel. The full reveal will be on the channel at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So yes, there will be 2 things to look forward to as well. And then during the week, there are going to be Venus Orion Comics content on the Venus Orion Comics channel that will be uploaded on the Venus Orion Comics channel during the week that my brothers and I will have for you guys. Also, the fun part about this is too, when we start to begin fulfillment, I will be live streaming at my studio with my brothers, and you'll be able to talk to my brothers, talk to my dad, talk to my daughter, and all of us, because they'll be helping me packaging everything and getting everything ready when fulfillment does happen. So that's going to be a fun stream. That you guys going to be at the studio watching us go to work, and we'll be chatting and talking with you guys as we start fulfilling your stuff and start shipping this stuff out to you guys. But I'll definitely be transparent and keep you guys up to date of when the items are being shipped out or when the items going to come in, so we can begin shipping and everything. Like I said, fulfillment doesn't start until them comic books, those prints come to get shipped to my studio and stuff. And that's after things get fulfilled. And that's after the campaign is done and over with and stuff like that. He said, no culture. Oh man, I love complaining about how people are driving my favorite crowd. Okay, what's up? I don't think I can wait for 2 days. You making me overload with excitement, Boogie. I'm glad, man, to see that you guys are excited. Also, I forgot. I also I'll be declaring the winners of the art contest as well this week. This week I'll be declaring the Venus Orion Comics fan art contest. I'll be declaring that this week as well. What day? Not sure yet. So those of you guys who still haven't yet, if you haven't, you better start submitting art. And like I said, the fan art can be any character. It can be VK characters or whatever character. It can be Siona. It can be anybody. Any character that I posted in the community tab or the characters that you have seen from my streams and stuff like that. Whatever character you have interest in, I don't care how good or bad of an artist you are, give it a shot. But there will be more Venus Orion Comics contests where I'll be doing gaming tournaments like Smash Brothers, Street Fighter, Tekken and stuff like that, and other type of games we can do, so everybody can get a chance to win something. I want to make sure that people will be able to win something, so stay tuned for that as well. But yes, if you're getting physical copies of this book, if you're getting physical, you automatically get digital with it. It's a win-win situation. I'm always going to repeat. I'm always going to drill that in. It's a win-win. You get physical and you get digital. So you both have two versions of it. Like I said, cover B and cover D are going to be the common series for VK. And what do I mean by that? When I mean common series, I mean this is going to be the theme of every cover B and the theme of every cover D. So it's going to be like a face portrait with every cover B for different chapters that come out. There's always going to be a face portrait of a different character. So those of you guys who interested want to collect the different face portraits, this will be the go-to. And then, like I said, the manga type covers and approach will be the theme for every cover D for VK. So remember that. And like I said, this theme for this chapter is blue. Or like me and my artist discussed it, it may be blue throughout the arc 1. Not sure yet. Or we may change the color for chapter 2. Not sure if we still want to talk about it and figure it out. What we're going to do. Wait, hold up. Let me see that. Let me see what he said. 1 second. Got me cracking up. So I'm going to submit my stick figure, man. But yeah, I'm glad to see that you guys are excited for it. There's a whole lot more that I have planned. And like I said, in order for these things to happen and come to life, everything rests on this campaign success. Everything. Yes, different color Ds. Yes, we're gonna be doing different color Ds. Like, I'm not sure which color. Excuse me. I'm not sure I'm not sure the next color might be red. For chapter 2, it may be red or green. I'm not sure yet. If you don't know, like the colors gonna be based on my character, like the characters that I have. Those colors gonna be related to the characters, because if you notice, like I said before, Strike, which is Caleb Draven, he's red, and then Keo, which is Isaiah Draven, is green, and stuff like that, so forth and so on. So there's going to be, and every character is going to have like a different color theme. But yes, this is going to be the first color, and then I think chapter 2 we're going to go with a different color. Not sure, maybe red or maybe green. Not sure yet what chapter 2 is going to be. To also let you know as well, so we have support independent artists. They give us what we want, not just to complain. Yeah. So also, bros, guys, ladies and gents, as far as like chapter 2 is concerned, chapter 2 is already, as far as the script is concerned, chapter 2 is done. I finished the script. I did like 8 or 9 revisions, and I finally settled on one that I really, really liked the most. So the script is done. We're going to begin drawing, because from January to June, or like January to May, or January to June, me and my artists are going to be focusing on working on promotional art, drawing up, different more characters, and doing other things. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff in the works that is going to be presented to you guys throughout this year of 2025. But I gotta get this shit drawn up. So I'm gonna be spending January, actually February to June. I'm spending February to June getting all that stuff drawn up and everything. And then at the beginning of June, we're gonna start drawing chapter 2. We're gonna start drawing chapter 2 in June. I may have chapter 2 finished by the end of the year. Not sure yet. Not sure. It depends, because if the depends on how massive the success is of chapter 1 campaign, that money can be put into, because while you guys are, finally getting your copies of chapter 1, I still gotta, do the shipping and all that type of stuff. And once that money comes in, and before the money comes in, I'm still kicking out money out of my pocket. So depending on how massive the success is, that may even speed up the production of chapter 2, because whatever money's in there, it'll start taking off the load, or it can help me pay to get the next book, the next chapter done as quickly as possible, and start getting that campaign ready for that. So yes, VK chapter 2, and then Alpha Squad X chapter 1 is going to come. Now, my goal. I'm not, like I said, depends on the success. I said, yeah, colors based on characters who take center stage of the book. Yes, exactly. Yeah, chapter 2. Even though it's the narrative focuses on Hezekiah, the narrative, because I can't tell you, but I can't spoil anything. But yes, this arc really focuses around Hezekiah Draven, and what drives him, and what and by the end of the arc, you'll see a change in his character, or whatever like that. Right now, Hezekiah Draven, he's kind of hot-headed right now because of what happened, or whatever like that. And I won't go through the spoils of what happened and everything like that. But as I said before, right now he's hot-headed. He's not taking orders from Varian, and he's going his own way. He's doing his own thing. And because of his actions, it's going to make things difficult for the team, or whatever like that. And Hezekiah is not a hot-headed person. He's more like calm, collective. He can be socially awkward, like he don't talk much or whatever like that. And it's going to be so adorable once he come in contact with Detective Bertelli, because of her personality and his personality, and how those two going to interact and stuff like that, which is totally different how she interact with her partner Rick Danvers and stuff like that. You're going to see that. So you're going to see the difference between the three brothers and their personalities. But he's acting out of character, or I would say he's not acting like his normal self, because of he's hell bent on revenge and stuff like that. So he's kind of going off the beaten path and doing his own thing, and it's going to cause a lot of shit. It's going to make things harder. But chapter 2 is going to focus more on Keo and Strike, the other two brothers, Isaiah and Caleb Draven. Young Raph is in it. Young Raph still pushes the story forward, but Strike and Keo is going to have more screen time in chapter 2. They're going to have more screen time, so you get to know those two brothers. He said, "Yo, Moogalore, what's up, Jonan? I have to ask this before, but who's your favorite character from your universe?" That's a good question, man. The thing is, I can't explain it because there's still characters I haven't showed you guys yet. So I have a lot of favorite characters, but there's a lot of characters that I have not shown you guys, and those characters are my favorite characters as well. But if I have to choose within the pool of characters, oh man, I don't have a number. I can't say I have a number one, because I love all these characters. I love Faith Tanaka. I love Siona. I love the Draven brothers and Varian. This is going to be kind of hard, man, because you're asking a creator. Once the list broadens, expands more, because like I said, there's so many other characters, and I can't spoil anything, that I have favorite characters in characters I haven't revealed yet. So I guess once they expand more, the list expand more, then I can actually give you who's my favorite character and stuff. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. So I'll be imagining your voice as I read the first issue of it, particularly your character Hezekiah. uh, yeah, but yeah. So chapter one, I'm gonna just lay it down to you guys. Chapter one is a Hezekiah focused chapter. It opens up the universe, and it opens up the lore of VK. This is going to set up the motivations of why Hezekiah is doing what he's doing. And at the end of the chapter, you're going to be like this, damn, that's fucked up. So like I said, you're going to find out what's going on. But if you've seen the teaser trailer that I did post it with the animated clip, if you look at the animated clip, Hezekiah on that, like I said, everything that I do in a trailer is for a reason. I don't just do shit just to do shit. But when you see Hezekiah standing on the rooftop, he is on his way to find Jasmine. Like I said, he's looking for Jasmine Mitchell. Jasmine Mitchell is the main person that knows where to find this particular person that he's trying to hunt down, this vampire he's trying to hunt down, or whatever. And what happens once he meets Jasmine? What happens once he meets Jasmine Mitchell? And that's where shit goes. That's where the excitement comes in, and that's where shit goes left field. Once he catches up to this chick, and if you see him on the rooftop on the trailer, that's where he's going. He's heading there, and you'll see that in the book at the beginning of the book. You see him on the rooftop. That's where he's heading to go to Jasmine Mitchell, because he got her tech lock pinpointed the location of where she's at, or whatever. Will you be voicing any characters? At some point, probably I probably will. I do have voice actors voicing characters already. I got this guy from Taiwan voicing Hezekiah. I think it's Taiwan. What was it? Yeah. He's voicing Hezekiah, and I got a couple other characters voicing. I don't have any voices for Keo or Strike. For Isaiah and Caleb Draven. I don't have any voice actors for Varion yet. And I'll be doing voice casting this year for the other characters. I gotta get in contact with Silky, because she did the voice to Detective Bertelli and Jake Pierce trailer 3 years ago. I gotta get in contact with her, because she's always getting work. So I wanted to be able to nail her down. I want to be able to get her down to be the permanent voice. I want her, because what I'm trying to do is I want permanent voices for these characters, like, so people can get used to the characters' voices and keep these voices for these characters. So that means every time I got new promotional material that requires voice acting, those will be the official voices for these characters. So if I can get in contact with Silky, when I get a chance, I want her to keep to be the voice actress for Detective Bertelli, because man, like her voice was perfect with the character. And what I like about her too is, like, I gave her the personality of Bertelli, and she just nailed it. She got the voice for the character and stuff. So I gotta get in touch with her for Detective Bertelli's voice work. So you explain what changes are coming to your channel too. Can you explain that again? Yeah. We're gonna get to that. I want to get into that in a second. That's what this stream is about. Venus Orion Comics and changes that I want to do for this channel. So we're gonna talk about them both. So give me a second, Akuma. Oh, thanks for the $5, David. He said your characters in comics are very awesome. Thanks, I appreciate it. What's up, Ruin? What's going on? Please do the voice to Hezekiah. I tried. That really depends on you guys. I'm not really good at voice acting. I tried it, voice Hezekiah. I didn't like it, but you guys may like it. I didn't like it per se. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see. Well, yeah. Well, Strike will be voicing Caleb for sure. He will be voicing that for sure. That character for sure. So yeah. But yeah, man. So like I said before, chapter 1 is going to focus on Hezekiah Draven, and it's going to set up his motivations and why he's doing what he's doing, and it'll allow you to see where his head is at. And there's going to be some mystery. It's going to be some mystery in here too. That hopefully we can talk about. I won't be able to spoil it for you guys. I just want to hear your theories and what your thoughts are with some of the mystery that I did put in here as well. But as I said before, at the end of this chapter, You guys gonna be asking questions, not in a bad way, but especially when it comes to the end, because the end is gonna be pretty fucked up. Yeah, the end is pretty fucked up. For some people may see it as fucked up at the end of chapter 1, and that sets the tone. That will set the tone for the rest of the arc. What happens at the end of this chapter is going to set the tone. I wanted to say tone for this arc, but this is what's going to kick off all the bullshit that's going to happen. In VK, it's in the overall VK story. This is when it's like a domino effect. One thing happens, and then it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I said, Hezekiah, the Draven brothers, and Varian, like I said before, as in like Detective Bertelli, like both there's like two sides going on too. Detective Bertelli, like I said, this one incident in chapter 1 is going to cause a spiral effect, which is going to take Detective Bertelli and other characters, and it's going to take the Draven brother and the Retributes, and it's going to converge. Everything's going to converge. Everything's going to converge into one, which is going to bring these characters together because of one incident that Hezekiah is involved in. That's going to trigger some shit. So, I can't wait to hear what your thoughts on that is. And chapter 2 is going to pick up on that. Detective Bertelli and Detective Danvers and the rest of the characters. Chapter 2 is going to be it's going to be longer than 32 pages. This is only 32 pages. Well, it's 28 pages of story, and then the other, the cover and stuff count as pages and stuff like that. So it's 28 pages of story, but the next chapter, it's going to probably be like 42, maybe 52 pages. So it's going to be a lot longer than this chapter, a lot longer, because it's a whole shit ton of characters. You're going to see Strike, you're going to see Keo, you're going to see Varian, you're going to see who else? You're going to see Detective Bertelli, you're going to see Detective Danvers. You're going to see a lot of characters in chapter 2, and it's going to set up the wave force mechanics, the surface level of the wave force mechanics. And as the chapters go through, you're going to start understanding the different type of vampires, and you're going to be in chapter. I think chapter was it chapter 3? Because I remember I wrote these chapters. I'm trying to remember which chapter. It's going to be chapter 3. I believe chapter 3 or chapter 4. That's when you're going to be introduced to. I think it's chapter 3. Chapter 3, you're going to be introduced to critical arts, and critical arts, and then I think chapter 4 is cognitive arts. You're going to be introduced to in those chapters. You're going to be introduced to those mechanics when it comes to that. My brother's going to be voicing Caleb Draven. Yeah, he's going to be voicing, because he does voice acting anyway. So that it was a no-brainer for him to do that. So in the first issue, do all the characters explain their preferred pronouns? You don't have to worry about pronouns in my books. So how far will the series span? That's a good question. See, I don't want to spoil anything. Let's put it this way. This saga, this is the Draven saga. This saga is going to be focused on the Draven brothers. So what does this mean? At some point in the series, there's going to be a new generation of VK where it's not going to focus on the Draven brothers. It's not the end of them. I have other plans for the Draven brothers. So let me put it this way. I'm not going to spoil what those plans are. I have other plans for the Draven brothers, but there's eventually going to be VK New Blood, where it's going to focus on a new generation of vampire hunters, and Varian is still going to be still the head honcho in that new series, but the Draven brothers won't be in it or whatever like that. And I won't explain why, because I have other plans for the Draven brothers. It's nothing bad. It's really good actually, but I can't spoil that. But since you guys are here on the stream, you guys will be the first to know. So yes, this is the Draven saga. This saga, once the Draven saga ends, that's the end of the Draven brothers arc. But they're not the end of them in my universe. I have a shit ton of other stuff, because like I said, by the time you make it to the end of the Draven arc, you're gonna find out a whole lot about the Draven brothers and Varian himself. But you're gonna find out a whole lot of shit about the Draven brothers. So it's gonna let you know, and you're gonna find out during the Draven arc, you're gonna have an idea of where I'm going to go with these characters. By the time we get to the conclusion of the Draven arc, but this is the Draven arc. And then once we finish the Draven arc, we're going to move on to the New Blood. So hopefully that answers your question when it comes to that. I told you, man, I'm planning ahead. Like 5 years, dude. Like I got everything sorted out. I have everything sorted out with my characters, of where I want them to be, in the near future, and everything. So, chapter 3 is going to be very on heavy, more very on focus in for chapter 3. So that's what I'm doing. Chapter 1, Hezekiah focus. Chapter 2 is going to focus more, even though Hezekiah is in the book and stuff, because he moves the story forward or whatever like that. But it's more Strike and Keo focus with chapter 2. And then chapter 3 is more Varian focus. So you'll be able to know more, you'll be able to know Varian, know what his motivations are, why who he is as a person, and the way he thinks. And you'll get the surface levels of his abilities and stuff like that. Yes, 2 days away. So okay, let's we're gonna talk more about Venus Orion Comics in a second. I want to talk about my channel. The changes is coming to the channel in a second. But before we even do that, I'm gonna go back and do this again. Always need to do this for everybody who steps into the stream. Like I said, if you're interested in supporting Venus Orion Comics and VK, I'll post in the chat. Here's the link to the pre-launch. The pre-launch this is just what you see, because it didn't launch yet. That's why it's called a pre-launch. My pre-order campaign doesn't launch until January 6th. But this is the pre-launch page. Behind the pre-launch page is the actual campaign page. You can't see the actual campaign page until January 6th. So that's why you have to come here now and hit that button to be notified of soon the launch goes up. And it'll take you straight there, and you can be able to start pre-ordering right away. Because like I said, there's limited items. There's limited. Remember, cover B, cover C, and cover D. These 3 covers are limited in stock. So you got to remember that. And it's campaign exclusive. You can only get this during the campaigns. So I just want to keep putting that out there and stuff. So if you have it, click that link right now. So what's the release schedule and pricing plans so I can budget accordingly? Well, I can't give you a release schedule. I can't, because as my promise to you guys is, I won't give a release schedule until the book is actually done in my hand. Why do you think I have January 6th? That's the date. Is because the book is done. Once the book is actually done in my hand, then I'll give you a release and a date in the schedule. So say, for instance, that I end up getting 2 books done. Say, for instance, I end up getting chapter 2 and Alter Squad X chapter 1 done, and they're both in my hands. Then I can actually give you a schedule, because they're both in my hands. I can actually give you a date of when the pre-order campaign starts for both books. I can actually be able to do that for you guys. But I would never give you a release date for something that's not done yet, because that builds false expectations, and shit happens. Sometimes things happens, and it's something may come up and slow down production, where I have to, where it didn't meet that date. Something else came up, or I had to kick extra money, or if my artist got sick or something like that, or if I got sick, things happen. So that's why you'll never get a release date out of me unless that fucking book is in my hand. I'm able to flick it and read it. So yes, so that's the plan. If I happen to get 3 books done at the same time and they're all done, I'll be able to give you a release schedule for all 3 books. When will the Valorian launch? Valorian's not until phase 2. Phase 2 is when the Valorian. Phase 2 is my cosmic. Phase, where we're going out into the cosmos. We're going out into the stars. We're going out to different galaxies and stuff. So you better see what's out there in the Venus Orion Comics universe. You know what I'm saying? So the Valorian is going to be way off, but you will still get promotional stuff about him. And there'll be other ways. This is the thing. I'm an independent company. So I'm not Marvel or DC and all these other type of big companies where you can constantly keep putting out new books like right away every month and stuff. I can't do that. So a lot of these characters, you're going to see some of these characters for quite some time. So I figure I have a plan that I'm going to set in motion, and that all depends on the momentum and the success of these campaigns, where I have other methods for you to be able to meet these characters before their actual books, or get some ideas of who these characters are before their books. But that comes down the line and everything. But the Valorian is phase 2. So pretty much what's going on is once all chapter 1s are out for phase 1, which I'll post for a second. Let me see. 1 second. We're gonna talk about the YouTube channel in a second, guys. We're almost there. Hold up 1 second. I wanna let me get this real quick. All right, so it's here. All right, cool. Let the load up. All right, cool. So, all right. All right, so right here. Yeah, so pretty much once phase 1 is complete, once all chapter 1s of every book is released, then phase 1 is done. But it doesn't mean I'm stopping the books. I'm still making the other chapters. It's that this phase is done. This phase is done once all chapter 1s are out. And to let you guys know, since VK is like one of my major series that kicked off the universe, VK will always be a chapter ahead to move the universe forward, to move everything forward. VK will always be a chapter ahead of every other book. But yes, once every chapter gets a chapter 1, then we're done with phase 1 or whatever. And then I'm always going to be making other chapters, of course, but we can move on to the next phase to introduce the next characters and next mechanics and stuff like that. But chapter 1, once every chapter 1 is out for all these books right here, these series, every character represents a series. You got Young Rav, which is Hezekiah Draven. He represents VK. You have Photonic. He represents Alter Squad X. And of course, you have the Die Star Champion series, which you have Siona. She represents her series. And then you have Johnny Neo. He represents his series, which is Neo Suit Johnny. And then you have Viper, which he represents the Viper and Cobra series. And then you have Justin Emmett, who is also the Great Samaritan, which his series is called The Nation's Avatar, The Great Samaritan. That's his series. And you have Faith Tanaka. She represents the 8th Omni District, which is Omni Protocol in her series. And then, of course, you have the Adrenaline series. So yes, once all the chapter 1s are released, then we done phase 1. But there's still going to be more chapters. It's just that we're just done that phase of series that's out there and stuff like that. But every year, like this is my dream goal for Venus Orion Comics. Since I'm an indie company, there's only so many books I can put out in a year. But it all depends on how big the success is. But my goal is I would love to be able to put 3 to 5 books out a year. I would love to do that. That's as I get bigger and be able to get more artists to do the other books and stuff like that. My goal is at least do 3 to 5 books a year. So in order to do that, it depends on the momentum of this first campaign and then the other campaigns moving forward. So if I'm doing 5, say for instance I'm doing 4 books, right, a year. Oh yeah. I'll talk about that in a second. The early bird special. I forgot to mention that, the early bird special. I'll mention that in a second. Say for instance, I'm doing 4 books. Say for instance, an example. If I'm doing 4 books a year, one of those books always has to be a VK book, because VK always pushes the universal narrative or what's going on. Like all the books are pushing something forward, but VK is the book that kicks everything off. So there will always have to be a VK book in the mix. VK will always have to be a chapter or even 2 chapters, maybe 2 chapters ahead. Who knows? But the goal is I would love to do 5 books a year and then get more and more books accordingly, increase. But if I can get like 4 to 5 books, maybe 3 to 5 books a year, that'd be awesome, because one of those books will always be VK, and then the other books will be will either be a new series or a continuing chapter of a current series and stuff like that. And to be able to rotate and do things like that and everything. So that's how I want to work it. But yes, I forgot to mention, yes, there will be an early bird tier. So it says, is the early bird special done per person or per book? Example, if someone wants to someone buys 5 books, it counts as 5 orders, each one getting $5 off and counts as going. Yes, yeah. Well, each book is $5. Each cover is $5 off. Each cover is $5 off. So I forgot to mention the early bird. Yeah, if somebody want to buy all 4 covers of like whatever like that, yes, $5 off. Each cover is $5 off. Each cover individually. It's not if I buy all 4 covers, it just take $5 off the total price. No, each cover is $5 off. So that was a good question. 1 second. I'm gonna I gotta bring that back to you guys with that. And then we're gonna talk about the YouTube channel. We're gonna talk about the YouTube channel after that. Let me bring that back. All right. So yeah, so I forgot to mention the early bird special. I forgot to mention it. It's only available. It's only limited. It's only limited to 20 orders. So for each cover. So for instance, I'm gonna go back to the. Let me 1 second. Let me click this off. Yes. So instead of this being $15, this will be $10. It'll be $10. And what did I set for this? I gotta remember what I set. I want to make sure I set it. I want to make sure it's 20, 5. Yeah. Only 20 available for $5. There's only 20 available for $5 in the early bird. Only 20 for the cover A. For cover A, only 20 is going to be available for $5 off. For the early bird cover A tier. And then cover B, only 15 is going to be available. Only 15 is going to be available for this is going to be, instead of this being $20, it's going to be $15. And it's only going to be 15 available for the early bird tier for cover B. Instead of this being $25, this is going to be $20. And only 10 is going to be available in the early bird tier for cover C. Glad you asked me this. I forgot to explain how it works. And then cover D, only 5 is going to be available. Only 5 is going to be available for the early bird. Instead of this being $30, this is going to be $25. And only 5 is going to be available. So once they're out, the tier is gone. It's out. It's gone. There we go. Make sure. Yep. Ooh. All right. So let's talk about the YouTube channel. Let's talk about the YouTube channel. I did a video. I did a video. Was it on New Year's Day? Like 3 days ago. It's called Big Moves. What's next? I talked about a few things I wanted to do when it comes to this channel here on YouTube. So let's talk about it for a second. What the things I wanted to do here on this channel. All right, so I'm a content creator, man. I love to create content. I love to have fun. I love to have fun doing content here on YouTube. You know, I'm an old school YouTuber. I've been around since 2006 or 2007. So I've been around here for quite some time, and I enjoy creating content for you guys. and everything, and everything like that. And for those of you guys who've been around here, you guys have seen how my channel always like shift. It always evolve, and new things get added, some things get taken away from it, and things like that, depending on how I feel. And for back in early, let me see, today, we in 2025. So back in 20, like near the end, mid to the end of 2023, my channel had blown up. My channel had blown up ever since I started doing culture war content on my channel. Now, those of you guys who are new, no, I'm not a culture war YouTuber. I'm not a culture war YouTuber at all. But I do talk culture war stuff. What happened was how I blew up was because I started making it into videos. But I always talk about culture war things. You guys who've been following my channel for some time, you guys always came to my Mugen Lord late nights on my Mugen TV late nights, live streams. That's when we talk a lot of culture war stuff. So that's why there's a lot of people who come to who try to call me a grifter or try to call me trying to say I'm selling out by talking culture war stuff, but then it exposes that these people don't watch my channel like that. They don't even come to my live streams because I've been doing it for a very long time before the word culture war became a thing on the YouTube platform. It's just that I never monetized it or turned it into YouTube content. I always kept it as streaming content and stuff. For those of you guys who want to really get deep into stuff on late nights on live streams, but I decided to turn into actual content on YouTube, and it did me well. It got the attention of Asmon Gold. It got the attention of Melody Mack, Razor Fist, and many other people within the space and everything like that. And it catapulted my channel pretty high. And I really appreciate that. I really do. And it was fun at first, because I'm speaking about things that I'm passionate about when it comes to my hobby, which is video games, which I enjoy the most, and also comics, movies, and just entertainment in general. So, I always speak my voice on those topics. I speak, and y'all guys enjoy it because of how passionate I talk about these particular things and concerns that I have within the entertainment space. So, now we get through the beginning half of 2024, things were fine. As being a content creator, creating this stuff, I was starting to really enjoy it. It also got me to the point where now I'm on feature on podcasts and stuff like that. So my channel catapulted. Now I'm getting I'm getting brand deals and offers and stuff like that now. And I really appreciate that stuff. But as I'm doing the content and everything, and then now we get to like the second half to the end of 2024. And after a while, man, as I start doing this culture war content, man, it stopped getting fun, man. And after a while, the content wasn't feeling fun anymore. Doing this stuff, and now YouTube started to feel like a job to me doing this culture war stuff because I got to keep up with the latest things that's happening on the within the culture war space, and I got to post it on the channel, get my thoughts in the pans, and then you can't satisfy everybody because you got some people who enjoy the content. You got other people saying like, dude, why are you so late with the content? This was talked about a couple days ago or a week ago and stuff like that. Because, I got other things to do. I got a comic book company. I'm about to launch. I'm a 3D hentai animator, which I have is a lucrative hobby. I make so much money doing 3D hentai animations for that community. And then also I'm a full-time dad and everything. And now I'm trying to stream and I'm a content creator. So I don't have time to try to jump at everything new that comes out as far as news within the culture war space and just gaming in general. So it started becoming like a job where now I have to pre-record videos. I gotta at least pre-record 4 videos, like 3 to 4 videos at a time and stuff like that. And then I got to schedule them strategically and stuff. So, man, that started stressing me out, man. That really started stressing me out and everything. And what makes it worse is that you have the woke and you have the anti-woke side. And now the anti-woke side is starting to get on my nerves too, because you have people that's so deep into it where the culture war has become their identity. Just like you have the woke side who make wokeness their identity. You have the anti-woke, some people within the anti-woke side that made it into their identity. Where some of those people on the anti-woke side start to become insufferable as well, or they throw logic out the window. They just see everything through the woke versus anti-woke lens and that started not to become fun. And then you get to a point to where, as you're making content, if you say something that they disagree with, then all of a sudden you're a grifter. Or if you try to point out a certain perspective that that doesn't align with theirs, then all of a sudden you're a sellout, or you're a traitor, or you're grifting, or now you're woke and all this other type of stuff, when you're just trying to point out a different perspective, or you're trying to point out some logic here, or you got to be rational or show some nuance. And stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm definitely going to do. I said there's a sign that Disney's getting the message regarding DI. Yeah, we're going to talk about all this type of stuff. And if you're still running culture war topics in the coming future, focus on the ones that that's the now, and you get in the video as quick as possible. Yeah, I heard some people are calling Animal Crossing woke. Yeah, so some of these people start to become insufferable as I interact with some of these people and stuff. Like, some of these people are so unhinged because they're so deep into it, and then you can't talk, and you really can't talk to them and stuff like that. And it's really starting to stress me the fuck out, to be truthful with you and stuff. And I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer first. I enjoy talking about video games. I enjoy, talking about some of the positive aspect of gaming as well. And looking in this space and making content in this space, man, it gets really disappointing. It gets really depressing at times, where the only time people watch your content is when you're shitting on companies, and when you keep talking about how shit is woke. When you talk about all these other things, that's the only time people care about your content. But then when you offer things like, here's an indie developer doing this, and they're offering that. You post a video, no one watches this shit. No one gives a fuck about it. So if it's not me shitting on Square Enix, if it's not me shitting on whoever's the next wokest, game that's coming out, no one gives a shit about other types of content. So that can get a little bit frustrating and stuff. And I figured that as I'm gaining these subscribers, I figured that there will be some type of trickle down effect, where it's some crossover, where people, they want to keep up, they want to be informed about, the culture war, but they also like to talk about other things, or they're into other games and stuff like that. So I figured that some of it trickle down where the stuff that's not culture war stuff, I figured I'll see a boost in those other videos, because that audience, they're still gamers, so they hate the wokeness that's going on. They'll trickle down to my other videos, and sadly, that wasn't the case. I saw a little bump in things that's non-culture war stuff, but most of the time it doesn't get watched. No one gives a shit about it. Yeah, it doesn't get watched. And the thing was, the more and the sad part about it is that's how your channel gets dictated in the algorithm of people finding your channel. Because if no one's watching your shit, then YouTube just doesn't feed your channel in general, no matter what kind of content you got. And if people's not finding my channel, then no one's going to get able to see my other videos. So this is why I see why some people just stick to culture war stuff, because it feeds them in the algorithm and stuff like that. Me, I don't like being pigeonholed into one genre. That's why you notice that you never see Mugen on here as much. I'm gonna start doing Mugen content again at some point, but I didn't want to be pigeonholed to just Mugen. I wanted to do other things. Like, I have taste in other things. So that's why with this channel update, I wanted to introduce other things that I want to do. Yeah. It negativity does, man. It does shockingly bring in larger views. Yeah, people like to be angry. People like to be upset. That's what people do. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets people going and stuff like that. So positivity doesn't really, bring in, doesn't bring in the viewership unless you already have an established fan base. If you already have an established fan base, they're going to watch your content. No matter what content you put out, people are going to watch it. If you started out a certain way, people tend to just watch you and stuff regardless, So I'm still a small YouTuber trying to climb and trying to sort my way through all this stuff. But here on this channel, I want to start doing other things. It's always in the realms of gaming. It's always going to be in the realm of gaming. What's up, Rocky? Trendy stuff feeds. Yeah. So I want to add more to this channel. It's still going to be gaming. It's still going to be a gaming channel. So here's the gist of it. I have so many other ideas. And the thing that really hurts me is that what upsets me is that the algorithm doesn't encourage creativity to try different things. That's why people stand if they encourage you to stick to one thing. If you want to see growth, you have to stick to one thing, which is why people do the culture war stuff and stay the culture war and don't do anything else, because the algorithm suggests that they do that if it's showing success. So the thing is, I have video essays for certain games that I like that I made scripts for, which is now I just got to make it into videos. I got to get B-roll footage, which that takes forever. See, when you make essay videos, those are the hardest videos, not because it's hard to make. I would say it's just tedious, but putting it together and seeing it come together is so satisfying. But the frustrating part about it is, as you put all that work in, no one fucking watches it. They will rather watch me talk about how something is woke and why, censorship is bad, why localization is this, why localization is that. They will rather hear me talk about ESG this, ESG that. But if I'm sitting here talking about an essay video or a retrospective of my favorite video game series, or a popular series is out, no one clicks on it. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. No one cares or whatever like that. So that gets frustrating. So, you spend hours. And the thing is, I'm not worried about getting paid on YouTube. I don't really get paid much on YouTube at all. And a lot of times my videos get demonetized anyway. So I don't care about money. But I just love I love to put my opinion out there. I love to put my work out there and people comment on it, talk about it, have discussion about it. I love that. I that's fulfillment for me. You know what I'm saying? And it frustrates me that I sit down and put hours into shit. Sometimes certain videos take days, like my essay videos or my retrospectives. Some of those take days. And then post it up and only get 200 views. Now, to you guys, 200 views is a lot, but it's not a lot when it compares to me having 24,000 subscribers. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. Your viewer count is supposed to be at least half of your subscriber count to be a healthy channel. And that's not the case on my channel. That is not the case on my channel. And the other frustrating part about it is, when I do look at my viewership, most of my views come from people who are not subscribed to me. I got most of my viewerships come from people who is not subscribed to my channel. So there's a lot of my subscribers that's not watching my shit. So I don't know what it is. Is it people not choosing not to watch it, or is it YouTube not notifying them? So I don't know what that is. So that's why my viewer count is always inconsistent. It's always inconsistent. It's because sometimes it comes from my subscribers, or a majority of my views come from people who aren't subscribed to my channel. One second. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Yoko? There's only so much rage bait you can take. Yeah. And that's the thing. Now there's a backlash against the anti-woke now. People are getting tired of the anti-woke now. So there's starting to be a dip. There's starting to be a dip in rage bait, or there's starting to be a dip in the anti-woke content now too. People are getting burnt out on it. People are getting tired. Now they're starting to find the anti-woke side annoying as fuck, just as much as the woke side as well. People are getting sick of them too. So so that makes sense. Is anyone on the other end? I just want people to talk about things they enjoy. Yeah. So if you go back on making moving content, revive your series, The Bad Joke. Yeah, I definitely want to look into that. I came across it on Twitter. If I didn't save the tweet because my head started hurting after reading it. Woke and anti-woke is bad. Any beef on X you can tell us about? I don't really follow beef like that because I don't. The reason why I don't really talk about beef much, and this is good that you asked me this stuff. I'm gonna get to the next questions in a second. I'm glad you just mentioned this. I want to talk about that too. I don't like talking about beef too much here on this channel because beef is never good. Even if you're talking about it, you got some people who will come into your stream and snip your stream and then make a video about it or put it out there on social media and misrepresent what you said just to stoke a war or just stoke or put you in a beef that you had no intentions on being part of. Oh, like that. And the bad part about beef, YouTube beef, and because some people like want me to cover beef sometimes, and the reason why I don't cover that is because what it does is you create a new audience, just like how you create when I created the culture war. So they're having culture war content. I brought in a new audience. So this new audience only give a shit about culture war stuff. They don't care about anything else. They just want to care. They only care about me talking about how stuff is woke and stuff like that. They don't care about any other nuance of other content that I have. The problem about covering beef and drama within the YouTube space is that breeds a new audience. Now you got a whole new audience of people who only came for the beef that you got yourself involved with, or the beef that you're covering and giving updates on. And they don't watch your other content. They only there for that content. So this is what happens. You get inflated. You get an inflated view count boost, and you get an inflated subscriber count boost. So you got all these subscribers, but then your view count is inconsistent because these people are coming for different things. And the problem about the reason why I don't cover beef, or I don't like to get involved in beef, because it's not good for either content creator. Because what happens is it's like a war. You have people who's loyal to me, and then you have people that's loyal to the other person that I could be beefing with, right? So then what happens is if I make a video, then all of a sudden his people is going to come to my channel saying shit in the comments, and they're just antagonizing every time they just antagonize. So now that becomes stressful. And now if I'm on social media, now I'm a target or whatever like that. My audience become a target. Then now my audience is going over there to that content creator's channel. And now it's a whole war. So now you got people who love drama. So now you got a new audience coming in because they want to see the drama play out. And if you happen to be the good guy in the drama, or the person who's the good guy, who's framed as the good guy, you're going to start sparing a shit ton of new subscribers because you were seen as the good guy rather than the villain. So now here's the problem. Now you got a shit ton of people. People's only subscribing to you because they subscribe for the drama. Then what happens once the drama is over? Either they're going to stay and watch your other shit, or are they going to dip out and just move on to something else, to the next drama? So most of the time, people don't stay for the other stuff. They only came for the drama. Once the drama is done, yeah, they subscribe to you out of good gestures because they thought you was the good guy, but they don't stay for anything else. They don't stay for the other content. So they dip out and find the next drama. So now you got a bunch of subscribers, but now your view count it dips again because most of that base was only for the drama. So now it's like, yo, what's up with your channel? How you have all these subscribers, but your view count is ass. And that's where the problem comes in when it comes to that. And like Jordan says with the culture war stuff, is you're repeating yourself over and over again. And that's the thing that burns me out with the culture war stuff. I'm repeating myself over and over again, saying, hey, if developers just listen to the player base, then this would never happen again. You know, all you have to do is create attractive looking characters and yada 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 yada. You know the same spiel. You're saying that every fucking video or every other fucking video. It's the same thing. It's like there's no creativity into it. There's nothing. And then, you know, you read an article and you give your opinion on the article. After a while, it gets boring. Now it feels like a fucking job because now I'm going onto the channel. I'm reading the article. I'm turning around, giving you my thoughts and opinions on it. And then bam, that's the end of the video. You know, even though I always add my taste and flair onto it, show you articles, show you examples and stuff. But after a while, it's just not fun. It feels like a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just repeating myself. I'm saying the same shit over and over again. I need you to tell me how to beat Wukong game is murder. Dude, I don't got Wukong. If that's murdering you, it's damn sure going to murder me. Does the campaign start exactly at 8 a.m. Eastern time? No. Good question. I'm glad you asked that. I just went to the Kickstarter today. There's no time schedule of when. I thought I could set exactly when it opens up. No, I have to put that out there. It opens up soon as it turns January 6th, 12 a.m. That shit opens up or whatever. So that's why I said hit that notification button. The campaign it goes live soon as it turns January 6th. Soon as it turns January 6th. I thought I could set an actual time. No, January 6th it opens. So that's why I looked into that. Yes, January 6th it opens. So soon turn January 6th, soon 12 a.m. hits, it's open. So whoever's up at that time, y'all better go in there or whatever like that. So I had no control over that. I was looking for that option. There's no option for it because I wanted to do that. So I was thinking to setting that video. The reason why I didn't want to I set the video at 8 is because it's on a Monday. It's a weekday. I know people gotta go to work. I don't think people's gonna stay up, which means that video's gonna get low views at 12 a.m. because no one's gonna be up at that time. Everybody's gonna be going to bed. Some people got college and gotta go. Some people got school. Some people got jobs. So no one's gonna watch it that early, at 12 a.m. You have some people, but if you look at my analytics, most of my viewers don't watch shit at 12 a.m. So I mean, I made a premiere of a video that no one's gonna watch. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may set it at 12 a.m. The video itself, I can still go back and set it at 12 a.m. I can change it. What do y'all guys think? You think I should set that video, my Kickstarter video that's on the channel at 12 a.m.? Or do you think I should just keep it at 8 a.m.? It's up to you guys. But at January 6th, you can still go to the Kickstarter. It's up to you guys. I get most of your video notifications though. Yeah, it just acts like I don't know why YouTube does it. Sometimes I only get notifications through X instead of YouTube for live streams. Yeah, it's stupid. I watch everything move and I just don't comment on everything or press like on everybody. That's another thing I want to stress to you guys too. If you like the video, that's what I say in the video. If you like the video, hit the like button. I don't expect you guys to comment on everything. You don't have to comment on everything. But if you watch the video and you like the video, please hit that like button. The like button is more powerful than comments. Hit the like button. That like button helps me. It really does. In the algorithm. I don't like asking my audience for everything. I just love to just make content. And I don't really like to ask my audience to do me favors or anything like that. But that's one favor that it costs nothing. It costs nothing. It just costs a click. Click that like button on my YouTube video if you like the video. You don't have to comment, but you don't understand how powerful that like button is. Hit that like button. Just hit it. That helps me. That really does. You don't understand how much of a help that is for me when you click that damn like button. Even with the stream right now, if you're watching the stream right now and you're on YouTube or wherever you at, hit that like button. That helps me out, guys. That really does. Just hit that like button. I found out not too long ago that you're a viewer of Broken Games HD Weapon Wheel podcast. Yeah. I watched that. I only watched it because of Black Bond. Only watched it because Black Bond was on it. Like I said, Black Bond, he's just like me. We were all of us, Broken Games, Black Bond, all of us. We've been around since the early YouTube. We've been around since early YouTube. We're old heads. We're the old heads of YouTube. We've been around for a long time. Also, Black Bond, he was we played games together on Xbox Live on the 360 days. He also appeared in my my Street Fighter 4 gathering that I did back in the day when Street Fighter 4 launched. Yes, it's that long ago. So yeah, I had for that brief moment and that brief time and that brief era, I communicated and played games with Black Bond every once in a while and stuff. But Black Bond was a much bigger YouTuber than me at the time. Now, me and him, I think I got 1,000 more subscribers than him now. But yeah, yeah. So I heard about the Weapon Wheel podcast was because I haven't seen Black Bonds. Like I said, I walked away from YouTube for a little bit to finish college. So I haven't been doing much YouTubing and everything like that. So when I came back to YouTube back in 2014, after I graduated from college and stuff like that, and get back to doing some YouTube stuff, I don't know, some Black Bond content just came to my head. I said, man, I don't know how Black Bond is doing. And I typed in Black Bond in the search box, and then I started seeing this new content, and then that's when I seen that he was on a podcast with Broken Games HD and stuff like that. And he was on the Weapon Wheel podcast. I was like, oh shit, Black Bond's on a podcast? That's what made me watch it. Because I don't Like, as far as Broken Games, I don't watch none of this content. Don't like I. And the only reason why I knew about Broken Games is because Black Bond always used to make fun of him, like in his videos, or he used to always expose him in videos. That's the only reason why I knew about Broken Games, but I never interacted with any of his content and stuff. And now that Twitter's here, I don't really interact with any of his content on Twitter too, like or whatever. But the only reason why I tuned in to the Weapon Wheel podcast was because of Black Bond, because I knew what kind of energy that Black Bond was going to bring to the podcast and make it interesting. And then most of the guys that was on the podcast was the guys that Black Bond used to make fun of in videos. But I never thought it was a personal thing. Y'all just, it's just console war fanboy stuff. I didn't see anything that's personal and stuff. So when I realized that, oh shit, he's on there with Kid Smooth, he's on there with Broken Games HD, he's on all the people that he pretty much make fun of, here or there on his channel. So I said, I knew he was going to be bringing some energy to that. So I said, this is going to be entertaining. So I always watched the podcast when I had the time and when I could. And I only watched it because of Black Bond. And now Black Bond got kicked off. Broken Games HD had kicked them off. And I'm not sure, I haven't checked Twitter yet. And I haven't heard any statements to why he did it or whatever. So I'm not watching. I didn't come to the Weapon Wheel podcast to hear what Broken Games HD and the rest of those guys had to say. I only got on there just to watch it because Black Bond was on there. I didn't care about what the other guys had to say on there. I was only there. I was a viewer of Black Bond. So him kicking Black Bond off was the stupidest thing he could possibly do. What's up, Rio? Imagine a feminist taking a clip of you talking about men having to shape their women and men giving their essence through their semen and printing that sounds like a fun time. Yeah, that'll be crazy. It's funny that no one calls out misandry, hatred of men. Yeah, some people. You know what's so crazy about the word misandry? When you mention it to some women, most women don't even know what misandry is. I didn't even know misandry was a word until about 2018, maybe 2019. That's when I found out what misandry was. And that's how sad it is that no one thinks about there's an opposite word of misogyny. You know what I'm saying? And drama is full grown men bitching at each other like a bunch of women. And the culture drains people of any happiness and passion. It causes my apathy towards most new media. At least media from souls. Keep it at 8. Okay, keep it at 8. Stay on 8. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure at 8, and those of us here get a head start. Okay. I didn't know that likes matter. Yes, likes matter. Likes let me know, because what it does is it tells the algorithm that you're engaging. Comments let them know that you're engaging, and likes. If you like the video, it recommends. It said, man, the algorithm said, man, so many people like this video. Maybe we should suggest it to other people. Yes, likes, mate. That's why you think subscribers say hit that like button. And why you think at the beginning of my video, hit the like button, subscribe button for more gaming content on this channel. Let's dive right into it. I always say that at the beginning. First, I thought it was corny. I said, I shouldn't have. I always thought it was lame. I said, why is content creators begging? You shouldn't be begging. But it's not really begging. Like you guys like my content. You know what I'm saying? At least you guys can do is just click that like button, because you guys tune in every day. If you guys tune in every day and you guys keep hitting that like button, that helps. That fucking helps. You know what I'm saying? So that allows YouTube to know that, yo, suggest this to other people. I will start popping up in suggestions because some of you guys are liking it. You know? Imagine if I had got hundreds of likes. Because only my culture war stuff, depending on the culture war topic, I will get 400 likes. That's good. Because those videos that get that many likes, YouTube puts it out there. Now my view count is going higher and higher for that video. It's suggested. So now imagine y'all do it with my other stuff that's not culture war. You're just liking it because y'all like it. Because y'all like the video. Now you're conditioned to start hitting that like button. You'll know how much that will help me, you know? Did you ever get in contact with him? Get in contact with who? No, ask me that question again. Get in contact with who? Oh, Michael Hurdle. You remember Michael Hurdle? Me and Michael Hurdle We were supposed to do a collab together. Actually, Michael Hurdle. Remember that Wrong Gameplay, that YouTube channel? I love that Michael Hurdle's video, YouTube channel on Raw Gameplay. Those brothers was doing their thing. Michael Hurdle, like I used to talk with Michael Hurdle. Like I said, we were the old school YouTube gaming YouTubers. It was Black Bond, Michael, Master Boris, me, Michael Hurdle, Checkmate. It was so many old school people back during that era of YouTube. And that was the golden era of YouTube. Me and Michael Hurdle and Raw Gameplay, we were supposed to collab together. Moving TV and Raw Gameplay was supposed to do a collab. But right when we got to that time where we was trying to get together to do the collaboration, that's when Raw Gameplay had broke up. There was a dispute, some beef going on, I believe it was, and Michael Hurdle had left and the whole thing disbanded. So, and he disappeared for a bit. I didn't know where he went and everything. So we never kept in contact and stuff like that. But yeah, I knew who Michael Hurdle is. Yeah. So you old school Captain Brett. Yeah. Oh, you at work? Ah, that sucks. What's up, man? Yeah, man. Like I told you, like we were the old school YouTubers, gaming YouTubers, man. You gotta understand. I'm gonna say this before. I was a big deal back then. Like if I would have stayed on the path that I stayed in, because now you see like PewDiePie, you see a lot of these bigger YouTubers who started when I started, and now they're retiring and they're rich and all this other type of stuff. I was in that pool of YouTubers. I was in that pool of YouTubers, guys. I was a big deal at one point when I was getting thousands of views thousands of views. Like within one day, I'm pulling like 4,000 or 5,000 views per video. And that was a big deal back then. That was a big deal. I was growing. I was going to be that big YouTuber. If I would have stayed the path, I probably would have had 1 million subscribers by now. If I would have stayed doing what I was doing. And this is a tale of not letting a woman, and that ruined everything. Once I got a girlfriend, man, that fucked everything up. Once I got a girlfriend, that fucked everything up for me. And I'll take accountability for that because I allowed that. I got distracted and stuff like that. Once I got a girlfriend at the time, man, that destroyed everything, man. My motivation, it destroyed everything. Got sidetracked and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna put the full blame on her. I take full responsibility because I had control over that, and I allowed that woman to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? And I should have been strong enough to navigate through that. You know what I'm saying? So I pretty much sacrificed my YouTube channel, my YouTube career to be a boyfriend and to prove that, you know, I'm a good boyfriend and all this other type of stuff. And, you know, if you were a woman who's never satisfied or nothing's never good enough, you know what I'm saying? You bound to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You're bound to have issues. Let me put it that way. And everything. And I stepped away from YouTube after a while. And then I come back. I had to pretty much start all over again. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the YouTuber, you know, none of my views was getting hits anymore and stuff. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have my daughter if she wasn't, you know, if I didn't go through that. So that's the only thing I want. That's why I never have any regrets when it comes to that. You know, you go through things and stuff. I wouldn't have my beautiful daughter if I didn't go through those things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never want to rewind back time or look like that, you know? So just did a several hour session at Charles through Daybreak. I'm done for now. I gotta get back to being productive. That's good, man. You reward yourself for some gaming and you get back to work. That's how you're supposed to do it. We have all our succubus women story. Yep, that's just how it goes, man. And once I learned, never again. I'm trying to see your old stuff. You had a ton of videos over 17 years ago. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff, man. A whole lot of stuff. Yeah, it's all Mugen stuff, Mugen TV, my Mugen roster videos and stuff like that, and everything. I didn't switch my content until he said better doing my muscle hentai stuff. Yo, what's up, Strider? Yeah, I didn't do my content didn't switch until I went back to college. Because remember, I dropped out of college. because distracted by my woman at the time. And then after me and her broke up and everything, and I took custody of my daughter, then I went back to college. When at that time, during those times, that was like an 8-year. Let me see. There's like a 4-year period of me just disappearing off YouTube. I would throw a video here or there, but I was probably going from YouTube. When I came back to YouTube, I came back when Gamergate started, was it 2014? When I came back exactly when Gamergate started. The year I graduated from college was the year when I went back to college. I went back to college in 2011. I finished college by 2014. Gamergate just started. I came back to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel was dead, pretty much. YouTube was dead. Oh, thanks, Strider. Yeah, my YouTube channel was pretty much dead. Like, my view count was shitty. Then I tried to bring back Mugen TV. Mugen TV wasn't a hit no more. It was only getting like 800 views and stuff like that. It wasn't even getting views anymore. It used to be in the thousands when I did a Mugen TV episode. And oh yeah, the Humans vs. Zombies college video. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was really, really fun. My channel was so dead. And it was depressing because after I graduated from college, came back to the channel, and it wasn't the same anymore. And not just that, that's where we started to see a culture shift. We started to see a culture shift when I came out of college, because that's when radical feminism was at an all-time high when I got out of school. All-time high. The whole social dynamic just flipped on its head when I graduated. It was like I was in a time capsule in college, because in college it was none of that woke shit or anything when I was on college. You know, everybody got along, it was all that type of stuff. But it's like the moment I stepped out of that college campus at the graduation, the culture just shifted. Interactions between people just shifted out of nowhere. And it hit me hard because I was confused at what was going on. And that was during a time where the radical feminism was at an all-time high. I mean, when I say man-hating was at an all-time high, talking about the patriarchy, sexism, that shit was at an all-time high in 2014. All-time high. And then around 2015, that's when they started creeping in with the trans movement. Because the reason why I remember that, that's when I was introduced to Jordan Peterson's, and that's when the pronouns and stuff started coming in around like the 2015 and stuff. Because I remember on Facebook, people kept passing around this video saying that this guy in Canada is a racist, and people are protesting against him and stuff. So I was like, who's this racist that you're talking about? So remember, I was still in my blue pill state a bit too when it comes to politics. So who is racist they talking about? So I went to click on the and see who this racist they were talking about. And as I was introduced to Jordan Peterson, and remember, there was a bill that's supposed to be being passed in Canada that you can go to jail if you misgender somebody and shit like that. And he was fighting against that because he was saying that's criminalizing speech, and that's changing speech and some shit like that. So when I looked at it, and he was surrounded by a bunch of, you know, gay people and trans and shit like that. And like I said, the Facebook group I was part of, it was like a black Facebook group. So you know, of course, they was calling him racist, white man, and all those other type of stuff. But when I looked at the video, I said, "How's that racist?" That's when I started waking up a bit, because they was calling Jordan Peterson racist just by calling out the fact that you can't change language, and how can you put people to jail for misgendering somebody and their pronouns and shit like that. So that's when I started waking up a bit, because I say they're calling this man a racist. I agree with this man. How is he being racist? So after that, I started just doing my research some more. Because like I said, Anita Sarkeesian and this feminism waves just started coming in hard. That's when I got introduced to Milo Yiannopoulos when he started debating these different feminists and stuff like that. Started watching all his compilations. Jordan Peterson, I started watching a bunch of his stuff. I started seeing people fight. I've seen these people fight against and stand on their beliefs. That's what inspired me. And then he stood on things that I believed in. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are willing to lose their careers. They're willing to get shamed and everything. They didn't care what was going to happen to their profession. or anything to fight against this stuff. And that's when the trans movement thing started being pushed. And that's when I got introduced to Ben Shapiro when he was on that panel where he was he's sitting next to this trans woman who grabbed him by the neck because he was referring to him calling him a man and shit like that. That's when I got introduced to Ben Shapiro. Then I started watching Ben Shapiro content. And remember, I'm still a lefty. I'm still a lefty and everything. I'm a lefty going through a change because because I started going through a situation to where I'm on social media and people who I thought was my friends, and we started having debates about what is a man and what is a woman. And I was starting to become a bigot, or I started becoming people started calling me a transphobe. People started calling me a bigot. And then people started calling me a racist when it came to certain things. And I was getting confused. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And these are people that I knew personally. And there was some people that I knew in college that I would talk to every day. And then the moment I graduated, we get into this, back into life again. Some of these people disassociated themselves from me because of my viewpoint on what a woman is, gender roles, me speaking out against feminism and stuff like that, and all of the type of stuff. I was going through this, dude. Like, you understand? It was fucking with me. Like, because like I said, I was shielded from that stuff when I was in college at that time. None of that stuff was on campus. So when I came back home, it was like everything changed. Even dating changed. That was fucking with me. Dating was so much easier back then. But now we started getting to the social media. We started to get to the social media era, and we started getting to like the stream girls. We started, and OnlyFans didn't come yet, but we starting to get there. And now we started getting to entitlement from women. Dating started becoming different, and women how they respond to men and their hatred of men. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? It's like every woman turned on a switch. I'm like, what's going on? And stuff like that. So now dating had became more like pulling teeth. And like I said, I didn't struggle like most guys went through. Like I was still able to get dates, get laid, and build companionships with women. But even the women that I build companionship with, they all went on this. They all turned this switch on to like this feminist mindset. Now these women that I am in relationships with, or having like a friends with benefit thing type of thing going on with and stuff. Now they're very argumentative. They're very combative. When I'm not like, why are you being combative against me? Like I thought we were cool and stuff like that. But now the women's, cause I'm a man. Now it's like we're playing on like a sports team. No matter what, even if the woman is wrong, she has to take her side because she's a woman. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff. So now you're treating me like an enemy when I'm not your enemy. You know what I'm saying? So now even the women that I'm fucking with, now their behaviors and attitudes and stuff is changing. Now they're treating me as if I'm every other man. You know what I'm saying? That it started getting crazy. It's like you ever see Star Wars Episode 2? When they were out there they were fighting out in the field when Obi-Wan and Kenobi and all them, and all of a sudden Palpatine set order. Star Wars Episode 3. My fault. Star Wars Episode 3. When Obi-Wan when Palpatine set Order 66 or whatever it's called. So he said Order 66. All them stormtroopers just turned around all at the same time and started blasting all them fucking Jedis just out of nowhere. And the Jedis were confused, like, what the hell's going on? And they getting shot all the hell up. It's like they all turned the switch on. Same thing with third wave feminism, with the feminism shit. So when this shit went out there, it's like Anita Sarkeesian and all these feminist bitches out there to set Order 66. And all the women around the world just turned this switch on and they just started just taking their anger out on their brothers, taking their anger out on their male cousins, taking their anger out on their husbands, taking their anger out on their boyfriends, on their co-workers, going to the HR department for everything. Like it was just crazy. It was just a crazy time. One second, I want to make sure we using the smart. Guy. When you do business, what is your trusted go-to phone between iPhone and Android? Just need to get I never had an iPhone ever in my life. I'm an Android dude, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. The 2019 war was hardcore. Music group, what's the name of it? All right. Sorry if this is all topic. You remember a Cheerios commercial with the biracial family back in 2013? They had backlash because of it. Let me ask you, young man, to experience power. How do I get over girls, dog? I'm trying to convince myself that nothing good can come from a relationship. But all right, that's a good question. I'll answer this. How you can get over a girl? There's one thing I learned from my old heads and my father too. The best way to get over a girl is by being around another girl, or like I said, you have to go around your homies. If you got other guys that you trust, go to them, and you have to vent out to them. Go out. As a man, you have to keep yourself busy. Go to the gym, work out. Don't stay in the house too long. Sometimes video games can get things off your mind, but it doesn't, because you're sitting in your room by yourself playing a video game. And if you're sitting around by yourself, eventually you're gonna go back and contemplate and think about things about what that woman had done to hurt you and broke your heart and stuff like that. But you got to get out, do some activities and stuff. And the thing was, with me, since I didn't have problems like interacting with women and stuff like that, if one woman hurt me for some strange reason, another chick would just come up, or if I knew a chick and stuff like that, being around her, and it makes me forget about other women and shit like that. But most of the time I had my brothers, I had my dad, I had my homies and stuff. But to get over a chick, man, you have to focus on you. And the thing that my dad always told me, and that always woke me the fuck up to get over a chick. My dad said, son, I don't know why you moping around the house. She ain't thinking about you. Why you sitting down in that bed with your eyes all watery and stuff like that, and you haven't ate any food for the past couple of days. Why you sitting there upset? She's out there having a good time, not thinking about you. Matter of fact, she's probably out there with another man between her legs right now. Why you back here upset, crying and being upset? She's not thinking about you, son. So don't let this woman ruin you. You gotta get up, man. You gotta get up. It was tough love. I didn't want to hear it at the time, but my dad was right. And that's the thing that used to get me upset. When I started thinking about it, I said, man, I'm sitting here. So while I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about it. Yo, she probably getting her back blown out by some other dude, having a good time while I'm sitting here upset that she broke my heart. When I started putting that in that perspective, that's what got me up. I was like, she ain't giving a shit about me right now. She doing her own thing. She don't give a fuck. When I started thinking about that, that's what changed me. And that's what pisses them off. And that's the best type of payback is when she sees that you're not hurt. Because women do shit out of spite at times. They want to do shit because when women want to hurt you, they want to hurt you and they want to see you hurt. And that's why with a lot of women that I do break up with, I don't block them. I keep my social media up. Because believe it or not, women are really into this drama stuff. Women, especially if you lay an impact on this woman and you done things in her life and you changed her life, and if she hurts you, she's always going to go back and check up on you. She's always going to do that. And I experienced that a shit ton of times. You gotta understand, I dealt with a lot of women, and it's sad. That's why I'm saying this single mother household and broken homes is just so bad. I came from a family of both my parents, so I was raised differently. So a lot of women that I met had daddy issues and stuff. But the thing is, you have to lay an imprint on women. You have to give them something. You have to give them an experience that they never experienced before. Like when women came into my life, they not only had me, I introduced them to my family. So they're around a functioning family. They don't know what a functioning family is like. So now they're getting a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And then you start teaching them certain skills that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything, any type of skill and stuff like that you know. Now you pass it down to them. Women women remember that shit. The other guy, that fuckboy, didn't teach her shit. Didn't show her new skills that he may have had acquired over time and stuff like that. And when you teach a woman a skill and you teach them certain things, they remember that shit. They remember that shit. Compared to the fuckboy, all he did was fuck around, play with her feelings, fuck her, and send her on her way. But when you actually lay an impact on her life, she'll never forget you. And that's what fucks them up even more, because now they realize, damn, I really fucked up. I really fucked over a good thing. So that's why I always I never block a chick that I broke up with or had relations with. because I want them to search through my page and see what I'm doing. And they always, 9 times out of 10, it always happen. Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. They try to come back and try to talk like nothing ever happened, like she never broke my heart or she never did anything. Because guess what? She's coming back because she realized she fucked up. Do I take her back? Hell no, I don't take her back. Now you're on the outside. You're gonna watch my success, or you're gonna watch my life from the outside now. You're outside my circle. You can never come back here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kills them the most. But they always going to remember. They always going to remember the impact that you gave and laid on their life. If you want a woman to remember you, give them something, do something that no other person. It doesn't even matter if it's a man or not. But if you have a skill, teach a woman your skill. Teach them your skill. Show them something. Teach them something, or show them something they've never seen before, have never done before. Give them that experience. It doesn't even have to be sexual. It doesn't even require paying money, but a skill or something that can change their life. That can change their life. And they will always remember you. They will always remember you. Go to Google and type in, and you'll see it. I remember my mother saying that commercials were cute. I'm probably I believe being straight is demonized. Being straight is demonized. Being straight is demonized at this point. Let me tell you something. There was an article that I seen that was going around in 2016, 2017 within the Black community. Let me see. Check this out. This will blow your fucking mind. This was back in 2017. Being straight is demonized, no matter what color. Straight white men is going through it. But guess what? Me being a black man within my own black community, straight black men, if you're just straight, period, and you're a man, period, you're going through it. Let me tell you something. Back in 2017, I remember this article. And there's a lot of infighting going on within the black community itself, and you won't be able to believe this shit. This is an article back then. Straight black men are the white people of black people, and this is from The Root. This is from a black publishing, a news site. Straight black men are the white people of black people. This is what causes division, because even within the black community. Even being a black man, black women attack you, gay black men attack you, trans blacks attack straight black men get blamed for everything. So straight white men is going through their shit, but black men is going through it too, even from his own community. Even from his own community, straight black men are also experiencing this shit. Just being a straight man in general. We all experiencing this shit. All of us. All of us are going through this stuff. And seeing it in my community and stuff, man, like, what boggles my mind is black women was shit on black men all day, right? But then the moment she faced discrimination or the moment she faced violence, then all of a sudden, black men still get blamed because black men didn't protect her. But at the same time, you're shitting on us. How can you shit on us and expect us to protect you? That makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. No sense. So it is something going on, and being straight, especially being a man, being a straight man, no matter what color you are, you're going to be demonized. You're blamed for everything. It removed the accountability from every other social group, because all they can do is put it back on you because you're a man, you straight, and you got a penis, or whatever like that. And then if you're a Christian, it's even worse. So now you're a straight male and you're a Christian, so you get hit double. Society is blaming you for every fucking thing. So let me see. And you know the crazy thing is, black women always talks about, always talk about how black men don't protect them and all this different type of stuff. And that's what gets me mad about this whole Black Lives Matter situation. It seems like the only time black women do care is when a black man does get killed. And to be honest with you, the biggest enemy, we always talk about the police. Black women always, every time a black man dies by the police and stuff, black women are the first ones to come out there wanting to protest, riot, and all this other type of stuff, right? But me living in the black community, me being a black person myself, black women talk about how police is dangerous and how Trump is going to give police immunity and all this other type of stuff. But they fail to acknowledge that black women are the first to call the cops on a black man. Even a simple argument. It's common in the black community. I see my cousins go through it and everything. He could be arguing with his black woman, get into a fight. He doesn't put his hands on her. They can just get into an argument. The first thing when shit get heated, the first thing when she does, she calls the cops on this brother. She calls the cops on the black man. That's the first thing they do. Just like my other cousin. He get into an argument. They get into an argument and shit like that. This dude get into a fight, get into an argument with her. He flips the table over. After he flips the table over, things fall down and stuff like that. He leaves. He walks out the house. She calls the cops on him. Get him locked the fuck up. Now he's in jail for a couple of days. Then she started complaining that the bills couldn't be paid. And then he got fired from his job because she called the cops on him. Now he's fired from his job. And now bills can't be paid. And now he has no fucking job. But she called the cops on him. And black women are first to call the cops on niggas. First to call them. The first to call them. But then the first to want to riot and the first to want to be in front of the camera when a black man dies. Like, that's crazy. The other day I saw women wearing a Ruth Bader Ginsburg shirt, or women belonging in all places where decisions are being made, made me cringe. Yeah, that's fucking cringy as shit. Remember those surprising hits there again? Quest for Power. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, there's Wish Death on Rowdy's baby because it's a boy. That's fucking crazy. I'm more of a passive guy. What advice do you have when dealing with women since they tend to lean liberal? What is the cutoff line where you shouldn't bother where's the line where it is? The line is wherever your principles are, bro. As a man, you should never be a passive man. That's how you gonna never get and have any stable relationships. Women don't love passive men. Women do not love passive men at all. Whatever principles that you have, that's where the line is drawn. If a woman crosses any of those principles that you have, you gotta learn how to cut it right there. Women respect when a man has boundaries. Women always want to test if she can cross and step over your boundaries. But as a man, you have to lay those boundaries down and you got to be firm on those boundaries. And right now, since we live in a beta society, we live in a simp society right now. A lot of dudes don't want to stand firm on their beliefs because they want a woman so bad. They want to be in a relationship so bad. He's willing to allow her to step over his boundaries. Women don't respect that. Women always want to shit test you. Women always going to test you to see what kind of man you are. She's going to do shit on purpose to see what you're willing to tolerate. So you have to take accountability when you are in these relationships. Is it fucked up? Yes. But women do shit like that. It's the Eve gene. She has the Eve gene. She's Eve. She has that Eve gene, man. So you have to understand this. You have to understand what your limits are, what your boundaries are, and you have to stand firm on it, even if it meant that you may not have her. Let it. And women tend to chase you more and respect you more when she knows that you can cut her at any moment, that you can cut her from the roster or just cut her out of your life. You gotta let her know that you don't need her. You don't need her. You would like to have her in your life, but you don't need her in your life. The moment a woman realizes that you are like desperate and you need her in your life, that's how she starts treating you the way she's treating you. and she ended up fucking some other dude that don't need her. Or entering a relationship, morphing her views. I like this. Worth entertaining a relationship and morphing her views when women are defensive nowadays, so it's hard to spot. First of all, yes, when talking to a woman or whatever, let me put it this way: women are meant to be molded. Women are like clay. If you ever hear the expression that your woman becomes your second half, or she becomes more like her man, and that's true. The longer you stay in your relationship, your woman start to look like you, sound like you, and she start to behave like you, and take some of your gestures and act a certain way. She started to act similar to you because women are moldable. She was designed that way. As a man, your job is to mold her into the type of woman or type of partner you want her to be. Women nowadays are trying to mold men. I can fix him and stuff like that. But you also got to know the degree of if this woman will allow you, and it also determines how much she likes you. If she really likes you, she's gonna. If she really likes you, if she really likes you, she'll allow you to mold her. She will allow you. Her political views will shift to your views and shit like that because she really likes you, and she really values you as a man. She's willing to change. She's willing to morph to whatever it is that you want and whatever you want and desire. And that's a woman that you should have in your corner or like that. Like, because she trusts you that much. She's willing to follow you and shit like that. That's a woman that you want. But only way you'll be able to find out what type of woman she is when you interact with her. You gotta listen to how she moves. You gotta look at how she moves, how she treat others around her, and how and with her, I guess you say what her spiritual, what her political beliefs are, to be able to determine if there's overlap or it doesn't align with what your beliefs and stuff are, or if there are similarities. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you want a person who's somewhat different to you, but you also, when it comes to morals, when it comes to ethics and stuff, you need somebody who also aligns with yours, or there's some overlap somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to waste your time with a person that just doesn't get it, or just don't see eye to eye on certain things and stuff that you value the most and everything. So you have to also keep that in mind. But you need to have a woman in your life, and women today, like I said, because it's feminist movement, it is harder today, where a woman is very combative. You can't tell her nothing. You can't teach her anything. She always needs to be right, or she doesn't listen. She hears you. She, as you're talking, she's formulating in her head how she can counter what you're saying and stuff like that, instead of listening to what you're actually saying to her. So yes, so it's a bit of the culture itself and society itself needs to do a total reset. Women has to like reset themselves and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of men are willing to be single, because they don't want to deal with the headache. It's not worth it. I'm constantly arguing with you. You don't fucking listen to me. You know every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And you always looking at me as an enemy because I'm a man and stuff like that. And so that needs to change. And it's hard to find a woman who doesn't have any of those traits, or she has very little of those traits, that she's actually able to, she's moldable, she's workable. Girls starting to start tearing up, getting hit raw, and Brandon Jamal does his Vincent Price lab from Thriller. I told her to play, and wow, yeah, like I guess I'm white then. Are straight women being attacked? Oh yes, yes, straight women are being attacked in certain spaces. Like I said, this is the problem with the oppression Olympics. That's why this whole oppression shit is fucking stupid. Because there's certain tiers to this shit. Think of a fighting game. Think of a tier list in the fighting game. There's a certain tier when it comes to oppression or what like that. White men, period, is at the bottom of the tier list. Like you can't give the white man any type of sympathy at all because he's white. He's the oppressor. He's the colonizer and all this other type of stuff. So you can't ever give him any type of sympathy. So he's at the bottom of the list. So then you have the other tier list. You have women. You have women, right? Women is considered a minority group or whatever. But then within women, you have a whole different tier list when it comes to women. So this is what you had within the women list. You have, women of color, white. So within the women tier list, women of color will be at the top, right? And then you have gay women, right? And then at the bottom of the woman list, you have straight white women. So even though women are minorities, straight white women will be considered the enemy or be considered the villain because she's white or whatever like that. But at the same time, white women can still leverage their, the power that they have, when it comes to the collective of women. You know what I'm saying? So if it's women against men, the white woman got high priority. But if you just look at women itself and create a tier list itself, white women, straight white women will be at the bottom of the list, if you get what I'm saying. So the same thing as being black. Being a victim as a black person, when it comes to the collective, when it's black versus white or, a black versus white or whatever like that, yes, victimhood status, black people will be high on that tier list, right? But then when you take black people and make a tier list within black people, straight black men is at the very bottom of the list. And then black women are at the top, and then gay blacks, wherever the gay black men or gay black women, then they at the top. But black men are seen as the enemy. But if it's black versus white, then black people have higher priority when it comes to the oppression Olympics. If you get what I'm saying. So there's tiers within tiers and shit like that. So say for instance, when how can I put it? I want to create a great scenario because I had it in my head before, whatever. Yeah. So me being a black man, I am protected in certain senses because I'm a minority. But if you take a black man and put him against a black woman, or you take a black man and put him against any kind of woman, I lose because I'm a man. If you get what I'm saying. Even though I'm a black man who has a certain type of status as far as the oppression Olympics, a woman can beat me any day because I'm a man at the end of the day. This is why this shit is stupid. Now, check this out. Now, if you're a woman, right? If you're a woman and you're going up against a gay woman, she has more preference over a straight woman because she's gay. And then if you're a trans woman for some strange reason got more privilege or more preference over a straight woman, no matter what color that woman is. This shit is all stupid. This all this shit is stupid. All of it is. All of it. So that's a good question. Straight women are attacked, especially when it comes to what's going on in sports with trans women playing in sports and stuff like that. Then you have gay women attacking tomboys, saying that tomboys are somehow cheat, rigging the game because they're tomboys, but they're still women they're still straight. But lesbian women are wanting tomboys to claim themselves to be lesbians and shit. And you have tomboys saying, no, I'm not a fucking lesbian. I'm a straight female who just boyish or look boyish, but I love men. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole war with lesbians and tomboys. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Did you that Tubi is a symbol of black culture? Well, because Tubi are all the ghetto movies on Tubi. I'm not a hood animal. Thank you. I think the father. I feel like I like my manga and anime. Black dudes in the hood are the last people who will not hesitate to say "fuck out of here" with that gay shit. Yeah, yeah. You try to come on that show at 6 p.m. What day? You 6 p.m. What day? What day? Swag gang. Black women are eternal L's. Yeah. So yeah. That's what happens, man. There's a tier list when it comes to this oppression Olympics. That's why I don't play this whole oppression shit is stupid. Do not play that game. Now, let me tell you something about this. See, you got to understand too about this, and a lot of white people don't want to hear this, but you have to understand when it came to what they say, what they call that shit, what they call that shit, when for jobs, affirmative action. Affirmative action back in the day it did have its merits at some points, you know, especially when there was a lot of racism and segregation and stuff. So affirmative action did have its point back then. But let me tell you about the whole affirmative action thing did though. Affirmative actions, I'm talking about back then. I'm not talking about today with affirmative action today. I'm talking about affirmative action back then was necessary back then. It was because of that time period. I don't think it's necessary today, but a long time ago it was necessary. But guess what? Affirmative action didn't really benefit Black people a lot back then. Why is that? Who benefited the most? The most that benefited from affirmative action back in the day, where segregation and racism and all this shit was a big deal. The most that benefited from affirmative action was white women. What do you mean by that? Because y'all remember when this whole feminist movement had picked up, women in general was now classified as a minority. And since women was classified as a minority, white women had a cheat code. White women had a cheat code to make themselves into minorities. So when affirmative action started picking up and becoming the thing back in the day, white women was getting all the affirmative action, cutting Black women out, cutting Black people out and minorities out. White women was getting all that. They were getting all that shit. So when it came to affirmative action, mostly white women have benefited from that. That's why you start seeing a lot. That's why it's so crazy when you look at it today in today's society. And that's why I always used to say, that's why I get frustrated when I see a black woman as a feminist. Feminism was never meant for Black women. It never was. It never was. That was a fight between white women and white men. White women just wanted to disobey white men so bad. White women wanted to get away from white men so bad. I don't know what it was, but white women was going to war with white men. Black women had nothing to do with that shit. But white women knew that the only way that this feminist movement was able to be strong, they needed the civil rights. They needed Black women to get on board with this shit in order for this shit to get strong. You have to understand, a lot of these movements they always use Black people. They always use our struggle in order to push movements. Even when it comes down to the LGBT, when it comes to the trans movement, they always go back to the civil rights. They always try to put Black people and put us in the same boxes as these other movements. They always do that because they know that's the only way they're able to push these movements. So the white woman knew that they weren't able to get that push. So they had to get Black women on board. They got Black women on board and it fucked over the Black community. Because feminism, Black people were already struggling as it is. Once welfare came in and it broke up the Black homes and destroyed the nuclear family within the Black family, then all of a sudden you throw feminism in there where it's telling Black women that, I don't need no man, I can do it all by myself. It destroyed the Black community. And here's the thing. So after the Black women helped the white women get this feminist movement and push all this bullshit, affirmative action come in, white women took it all. And Black women was kicked to the curb. Black women was kicked to the curb. And even back then, when it came to some of those feminist groups, white women didn't even want Black women to even congregate with them. But they wanted them in their movement. That's why I get frustrated when I see a Black woman as a feminist. It's fucking stupid. It makes no sense. So I lost brain cells. As a Black person, I feel used. Yeah, we always get used. Let me tell you something. There is some truth. Black people, you gotta understand. Let me tell you something. You ever heard of the Tuskegee the Tuskegee experiment? Black people, we are guinea pigs. What the elites does, they use us as guinea pigs. They experiment on us first. We're like the alpha test. Black people are the alpha test. Any fucked up thing that they want to do to society, they try it on us first. Once they see the results of what it does, then they put it on society. Then once society get affected, then they When society is the beta test, and then the official release is when they unleash it upon the world. Syphilis, I believe it was syphilis. That was the Tuskegee experiment. They was injecting syphilis and diseases in black men. They was putting it in black men they wanted to see how it breaks us down. And now look what syphilis does. It's been infiltrated throughout society. Now anybody can get it, but it was tested on us first. Where we are the canary in the coal mine. Everything that goes down in society, they try it on us first. They see what it does to us, and then they put it on everybody else after that. Crack, cocaine, the CIA, the FBI, they put it in our communities. But they wasn't expecting it to go over to the white communities. Eventually, white people started getting into it. The crack, the cocaine, and stuff. But it was supposed to be, it was tested on us first. And then after it tested, it spread it to everybody else. Bring facts a little one, like things for the inside moving is it legit means a lot. My father wasn't really in my life, so I didn't. And still, he joined in. I would have left that woman in her own. Observe regression of feminism doing black women hating black men for no reason. So yeah, what I hate about high school is being shamed for being a virgin. Yeah, man. We live in a different time and era, man. Being a virgin is shamed upon, right? That's why you have to understand what female nature. You're more desirable as a man. Women desire men who got multiple partners. Don't let any woman try to convince you otherwise. Why do you think women would tease you and call you a virgin? And why do you think other men will tease you for being a virgin? Because a woman will value you based on how many sexual partners you have. I talked about this before when I used to be a security guard before I went back to college, where every girl knew this one guy on my job. He was a security guard. He fucked every last security chick on my job. And here it is. This one chick who was new to the job, she was in love with this dude. And she knew the fact that he was fucking around on other chicks. But she still wanted to get in a relationship with him because he was desirable. Every woman on the job wanted to fuck him. Everyone on the job wanted to fuck him. And the more women you have under your belt, you bring more women to you. That's just how it works. And the perfect example is, like I keep telling you guys, I know a lot of you guys ever experienced this, where a girl will turn you down, and then once you get a girlfriend yourself, once you get you meet another girl, she becomes your girlfriend, and don't let her be gorgeous. And then you get and then she's gorgeous, and that girl that turns you down, see with that girl, now all of a sudden, pussy started coming out of nowhere. All these girls start coming out of nowhere because they see you with this girl. And if she's beautiful and attractive, now more girls come at you, and don't fall for the trick. Do not fall for the trick. But now all of a sudden, all these girls want to throw pussy at you because they see that you're desirable. And then the more higher status, as far as that woman look on attractiveness, that also brings up your value because she's looking like, these girls are looking like, wait a minute, what do she see in this guy? This woman is gorgeous as hell, but she's with him. What is it about him that I didn't see? And that's what makes you attracted to those other girls. That's what it's all about. I'm in a similar position to you, my bro. You're not alone. There's a lot of ours that failed. Their son need to pick up the broken piece and teach it. Yep. My sisters mold themselves after me. I noticed how I got my speech patterns, thought the process. Yeah, man. Men are meant to be leaders. Your woman follows after you. Even the most fucked up men, women will follow. We want to go back and watch that show at some point. The show is called For My Man. These are crime shows that reenact the actual crime that happened, and it's called For My Man, where you see the most innocent of women who end up falling in love with a fuck boy, end up ruining their life and they end up going to jail. These women end up going to jail or getting life in prison because they meet this guy, fall in love with this guy, and this guy sit there and do a crime, and she ends up doing the crime with him and follow him and do the crime. It was this one episode where the chick, she met this dude, and the crazy part about it is these girls got high positions in jobs, and they meet this bum ass dude. I mean, this dude is a fucking bum. And she ends up dating this guy. And then one day he asks his girlfriend, yo, would you like to go for a ride? Like, I'm stepping out for a bit. So he goes out in the car with the boy. He's driving. They get into this bar. He's talking to this chick. So what happened was the chick comes out. He tells his girlfriend to wait in the car. He gets out the car, take a bottle, bash the chick in the head, kidnaps the woman, throws her in the car while his girlfriend's in the car. He tells his girlfriend to drive. She's driving and shit like that. And all she has to do is call the cops. She gets in the car, she's driving, and he tells her to get on the expressway and keep driving. And the girl screaming, telling the girl, please stop the car. Don't let him do this. She literally was driving, and he told the girl, I'm going to rape you, like R-A-P-E-U. So while she's driving the car, he's raping her. He's R-A-P-E-ing her in the car, in the back, while she's driving, and allowed it. She could have pulled off into the police station and everything, and she followed this man. Then after he did what he did to her, to the girl in the back, he shot her in the head and killed her. And then he told her to get out the car, and they ran out the car together. And after he did that, the cops was chasing them, and the cops caught both of them. And when they went to jail and they investigated, and they being interrogated, he put the blame all on his girlfriend, while she was still defending him. It was crazy. It was crazy. So women will follow bum ass dudes, follow criminals and murderers. So it goes to show the power and authority a man has and the influence a man has over a woman. Women are moldable. They're all the way at the bottom. What you're describing now, my woke philosophy teacher taught this bullshit. Black men are at the bottom of black women. Yeah, the divide and conquer strategy, divide the masses. Bro, this shit is sick. Every single day, I wish my successful VK and DMC. Wow, what white men get. I know that. What's good, moving Lord? What's up, Vernon? Don't forget to like the video. Thanks, man. And trans women need to stay in their lane. That ain't cool. 100% fact. Young generation of white men having zero advantage DI and outsourcing the job. And yeah, and this is the problem. This is the problem what's going on. See, now that women, they have jobs, they can work for themselves, they can do all these type of things, right? And as they're climbing up to the top, it's still in them. It's in their nature. It's how God designed them. They still want a man to provide security and provide finances for them. So what happens is, as she gets higher up to the top, she still wants a man on her level or higher. But most of the time, she rather have a man higher, because if a man is on her level, she still wants to pay some money on finances and stuff like that. But she prefers a man that's higher than her. She still wants a man that's above her, because she still wants to be pampered. She still wants to be taken care of and all those other type of things. But how can that happen when now you have affirmative action, you have DEI, and what's going on is now in the workforce, these jobs want more women. Now, since they want more women, they're going to hire, even if she's not qualified for the job, they're going to hire more women, because this whole need for, we're trying to be diverse, we need more women in positions. Now, guess what happens? Now, men who are qualified and men who have the ability to provide for a family, now they can't get that higher position, because now they're giving it to a woman, because that woman represents diversity and all these other type of things, right? So now what happens when now you're giving more jobs to women and giving less jobs to men? Now you have less qualified men that doesn't have the ability to provide for the women who claim to want a man to provide for them. So now what happens is, when these women who got these high careers go out looking for a man, it's not enough for them to go around, because they took all the jobs from these men. They took all the jobs from these men. So you want a man to provide for you, but how can he provide for you if you make more than him and you're taking all the jobs from the men that you're looking to provide for you for? What's up, Cook? And marriage set and pay aliens so that the doctor could be paid as a doctor. Savages. Bro, even African women are hating on African men. It's crazy. They love white men, Asian men, but they hate us because we don't have what these men have. And women follow black. all black men and women as they're told what to do. If you really want feminism, look at modern ghetto black women. Even watching them on social media, us black men are the most used men in the world. Black men have stepped away from. Yeah, well, like this white guy said, this white guy, he's a red pill MGTOW guy. He said black men was the original MGTOW. He said black men was the first to walk away. They said black men was the first to walk away because of how black women was treating them. That's why black men was looking other places. They said this, like I said, I can't remember what channel it was. Was it the Bull Joker? Who was it who said? But whoever it was, I watched a while ago. He said black men were the original MGTOW. Black men was the first to move on. I'm like fetishize to these weird low syphilis to run rampant in black men. Some that's the definition were black people as well as all evil. Yup. Anyone here? Andrew, my info for that. One day I need to talk about being a black man raised in the 80s and 90s by a lesbian mom and what I see happening. Now, not to forget, black men have been disrespecting their own brothers for no reason because we all want to be at the top. Yeah, man. It's called crabs in the barrel, crabs in the bucket, man. And that's the problem. That's why, as black people, we would never get ahead. And we can't even blame it on white people. We can't even blame it on white people. It's just something, or even in our ancestors, man. You know, like I said, it was our ancestors who sold us to slavery. So we can't even blame white people for that. But the crab in the bucket mentality that we have, this thing is that we don't want to see other black people succeed. So what we do is, you ever see how the crab climbs up? He's trying to get out of the bucket, but then that other crab pulls that motherfucker down and he falls back in there. That's how black people are most of the time. Where you see a brother or you see a sister doing something, and then you always got some black motherfucker come in and pull that motherfucker down. This is how it is. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, as a people, other races, other communities, white people do better than us, Asian people do better than us, Hispanics do better than us. You know what I'm saying? The Jews do better than us. Everybody does better than us because we're always fighting each other. And then even amongst the fighting, then we divide each other. Like colorism. You know what I'm saying? Light-skinned black people hate dark-skinned black people. You know, it's all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you have dark-skinned black girls don't like light-skinned black girls because they're lighter skin, they got longer hair, and black men tends to choose lighter skinned black women. So then you have that rivalry in black women. It's called colorism. Different shades of black people don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of stuff in our, and like I said, slavery do play a part in that stuff. You got to understand that. You got to understand what that does too. You got to understand some of these books that was done about slavery, called buck breaking. I'm not sure if you guys heard of that before, even during slavery, where you had the white slave masters would anally assault the strongest black man in front of his wife, in front of his children. So he does, the white slave master would do that to that black man, so that black woman can look down on her black man because he's being violated by another man in front of his woman. That's how he's able to keep black people in order and stuff. And that stuff goes through the generations, man. What do you think now? How black women see black men? You think a lot of stuff is influenced through slavery too. It's been embedded in our culture and stuff like that. But we can't use it as a crutch. We still have to do the right thing because we have the potential and stuff. But yeah, man, it's a lot of that stuff that was going on. You know what I'm saying? You also got to understand. Even the slave masters used to cut the penises off the black men because they were big, or sometimes the slave master's wife would sneak out into the barn and sleep with the black men. That's why you have this thing. That's why there's so much. I don't want to say stigma. That's why it's so much history and so much anger when insecurity when you see white men feeling some type of way when he sees a white woman with a black man, and why black women feel insecure. They always used to say this: the biggest enemy of black women is white men and black women. Like they like the biggest enemies of black men. They used to say because a black woman would throw a black man under the bus and call the police on a black man as quick as possible and stuff like that. But that's why you always see that. That's why you always see that competition when you see a white man feeling some type of way when he see his white woman with a black man, and when a black woman feels some type of way when she see her black man with a white woman, because it's all during the whole thing with slavery and stuff like that. And also, you understand what white women did with the black women back during slavery, where they used to, when the white man or the slave masters used to sleep with black women, and what happened was the white women used to get jealous, and from what I read in a book or something like that, they used to take like one of those horse things with the steam and the heat, and used to shove it up a black woman's, private, and in her private area, used to stick it up there and burn her and stuff like that. Used to do all kinds of crazy shit. So yes, there's a lot of animosity and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? But as we improved as a nation, we improved as a country. Is it perfect? Hell no, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was hundreds of years ago, on what my ancestors has been through. And I think we need to get away from all this, because if you listen to some of these people today, you would think racism is stronger than ever before, that racism and all this different type of stuff is worse today than what it was a long time ago, than what my grandparents would experience. The way these people be talking nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the media, and especially social media and stuff, and that's in these narratives that's going out there, So what are your thoughts on Israel influence over the U.S.? I mean, how many? Yeah, man. Israel do have, from what I've seen in doing research and stuff, they got their hands into a lot of stuff. They do, or whatever. And you have to understand, like, they have built a strong power structure. And since they have built a strong power structure, you can't criticize them. If you criticize them, they can end your career, they can end everything about you. Like that. That's how strong. And that happened because of from what I believe, World War II set their whole system up for them to have that type of stronghold over Hollywood and all this other type of stuff and everything. So that's another thing. If you say anything about them, anything, and they claim it's not true, Dave Chappelle said it perfectly. If you say anything about them, your career is done. You done. So I would say this. One thing that Black people, I would say, especially like Black nationalists and white nationalists, one thing that they do have in common with each other, they do not like them. They both of them together. They don't like them, both of them. White nationalists and Black nationalists. That's one thing they can shake their hands on and have an agreement with. They don't like them. Like, talk to a Black person who's like super conscious or like super like Black power. Talk to them. They will tell you how they feel about them or whatever like that. Speaking of, I was accusing they're trying to implement hate speech laws. Yeah, because like I said, they're powerful. I want to learn. No one wants a man. No other woman wants. True. That's true. It's all facts. On scale of Twilight, I was saying, how powerful are your vampires and vampire killers? I don't know. I haven't seen that before, so I can't tell you. I don't know nothing about Twilight the Hellsing. I never watched it before, so I can't tell you. Can't make a comparison. F1 to protect the live. Please react to an episode for my man soon, roughly tonight, bro. I love watching those. Well, I can't really do nothing tonight, man. I still have other things I need to do. Women are the same as Harley Quinn. Charles Manson said, "No, I'm moving, Lord. Whatever episode you're talking about, please do watch through that right now for it. It's a lot, man." Follow bad men because they aren't used to know. DI is racist. Having seen Straddle comment, that's weird for YouTube to hide. Eventual DI didn't earn it. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Neo? Men being chased out of society. Historically, as Moonlord said, affirmative action had its uses in the 60s, but should have ended in the 90s. Yeah, DI is just racist. Yeah, this is why Richie Mack in Thailand. Bucket crabs, man, is not exclusive to Black people, poor people. Yeah, it's not exclusive, but it hurts us. Look. Let me tell you something. There's not a lot of things that's not exclusive to Black people, but the problem is that hurts Black people more than any other group. That's why we're so behind every other group, because like I said, when you want to push something and want to test something on people, they test it on black people first because it damages us the most. It damages us the most. I don't know what it is and why it hurts us the most, but it does. You know what I'm saying? That's how swagging your bands became the biggest tool in for racism is black women. That's the saying. Yup. And what I heard, the second bands of prison due to one side's guys came out institutionalized to maintain. How do you feel about conservative figures like Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk is some like I agree with Charlie Kirk's points, and then you have this. He's like then you have the other side, the super conservative side, where he's, because to me, like the super conservative men, there's sense when it comes to the whole marriage, when it comes to the dynamic between men and women, and between men and women. He puts a lot of these Christian conservative men or these super conservative men, they push all the responsibilities, even her fuck ups is your fault, and I don't like that. And Charlie Kirk is one of those type of dudes. And what's the other guy from the guy who created the John Am I'm Racist? Matt Walsh. He's another one of those conservative dudes. Like that's like that. Like no matter what, you're a man. You're like even if she's wrong, you're wrong. Type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Those super conservative dudes. So I don't agree with everything that Charlie Kirk has to say at times. This is why I make sure to support my fellow Black comics and manga creators such as yourself and Eric to teach. What are your thoughts on Dr. Umar Johnson? Dr. Umar Johnson, dog. Dr. Umar Johnson, that nigga funny as shit. I don't agree with everything that he says. I think he's a scam artist too, in my personal opinion. But he does have some things that I do agree with, but there's other things that I don't agree with. But the thing about he can't stand, like Dr. Umar Johnson, he do not like interracials, like black men with with white women and white and black women with white men and stuff. He do not like that. He do not like that. The reason why he don't like interracial is because he believes that when a black man marries a white woman, and if he's a successful black man, when he marries her, that white woman gets that black man's success. So what happens is if he has kids and mixed kids, that black success, that black wealth goes to that mixed child. And if that mixed child ends up being with a white man or whatever like that, their child is going to end up being white, which means all that black wealth that that black man had accumulated ends up going to a white family and stuff like that. So that's why he's mostly against interracial and stuff like that. If you're white if you're in my chat and you're white, you don't know who Dr. Umar Johnson is. He's like a super pro-black, or you can call him a black nationalist or whatever like that. Very popular within the black conscious community or in the black community and stuff. And like I said, he does have some points with certain other things when it comes to politics and certain things that goes on in the black community. I agree with, but then he goes off on a tangent with other things that I'm like, nah, bro, like I can't co-sign on that shit or whatever like that. But yeah. But my problem with Umar Johnson is, to me, I think he's a scam artist. I like the idea that he wanted to build an all-black school for black young men, so they can build the next generation of black men to bring back the black nuclear family and stuff. But he's been trying to build this. He's been taking black people, been donating him money, giving them money, millions and millions of dollars. And we going on 15 years now, and we still haven't seen that fucking school yet. You know what I'm saying? So I never really trust anything that man says or whatever says when it comes to certain things. Right now he has black women are mad at him because he was talking about how white women, why white women, he called them Becky's, why Becky's always tend to win when it comes to getting black men, because he was saying that the reason why these athletes and the reason why successful black men end up being with white women is because black women want a already want a finished product when it comes to black men. You know, you got to have everything, and stuff like that. And he was saying that what white women would do, white women will pick a black man with potential, and would go through the mud with that black man, like would struggle with him and everything. And then when that black man finally become rich and successful, she gets the world from that black man. They were saying that there's a lot of black women who won't do that. She will go with a thug and a criminal, but when it comes to a black man who's actually trying to do something positive and trying to, you know, be successful and stuff, that black woman would not ride or die for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then those black women get mad when they see him with a white woman that a white woman chose to be with him. Yeah, Dr. Umar be cracking me the fuck up though, man. Umar Johnson also has not opened in school and has received a cease and desist letter from the government. Oh, I didn't know he received a cease and desist letter for the cause since I missed the Kickstarter, my brother. You didn't miss the Kickstarter. What do you mean you missed the Kickstarter? What do you mean? Like, let me. The Kickstarter, like we don't go live. The Kickstarter is not live. The Kickstarter is not live until January 6th. Right? I'll put it in the comment section. The chat. You can go to there and you can follow. Well, yeah, it doesn't open until January 6th on Monday. And Tariq Nasheed, man, he's a clown. Like dude's a straight up clown. Like I remember one time Tariq Nasheed was debating against this white nationalist, like this white supremacist dude. And this white supremacist dude wiped the floor with him. I'm like, dude, because Tariq Nasheed would sound like a fucking idiot. Like, dude, what are you talking? Like, what are you saying? Like, dude, like, how you gonna let a white supremacist beat you like this? Like he's kicking your ass in this debate. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, So I think that Dr. Umar Johnson is scant artist too and a bastard maker. Yeah. This is what I want to talk about Dr. Umar. Let me tell you something about these black conscious dudes. Like I said, people keep forgetting because a lot of people always make fun of me because of my hair. A lot of people keep saying I'm trying to be white and stuff like that. No, I'm black. I live in a black community. I'm around a lot of black circles and everything like that. Let me tell you something about these Hotep niggas or these Pan-African niggas. Let me tell you a lot about these dudes. A lot of these black men who are supposed to be Pan-African or supposed to be conscious in these Hotep niggas, a lot of these niggas are scam artists. And a lot of them use black women. A lot of them don't got jobs. A lot of them are bums. And what they do is they stroke the ego of black women. Because these dudes call black women queens, goddess of the universe. All they do is stroke black women all day. And then what they also do is they convince black women too to have multiple wives. So now these type of black men, most of them don't got jobs. They just sit on social media all day and talk about black this, black that, white men, white supremacy this, white supremacy that, while his black woman is going out working a job. And then also, like I said, he convinced this black woman that, you know, he's a king, he's a black king and all this other type of stuff, and he's allowed to have multiple queens and shit, black queens and shit like that. So you got a bunch. So now he has a harem of black women. He has a whole fucking harem of black women going out working while he's a fucking bum at home and shit like that. A fucking bum. And that's why I see a lot of black women fall for this shit because black women love their ego stroke. Black women, you know, black women's the only race that have like terminologies, you know, to glorify themselves. Black girl power, black girl magic, queen, and all this other type of stuff. I never hear Asian women do this, Hispanic women do this, and all this type of stuff. And the thing that really bothers me the most is a lot of black women that I know personally that talked about black girl magic and black girl power and stuff are some of the most shittiest black women I know that don't even like other black women. They're shitty towards other black women. You get what I'm saying? And like there's nothing, they have no redeeming qualities about themselves, but yet they want to be called queen. They talk about black excellence. And I hate that term black excellence because the reason why I hate the term black excellence because when it's time to show black excellence, the people that throw that word around, They're the biggest hypocrites. They do not practice anything that they preach. And that was my problem when I became a business person and started and having my own business with my brothers and stuff like that. These same people that talk about Black excellence and everything like that and supporting Black business, none of them is nowhere to be found. None of them to support our business. None of them. Nowhere to be found. But guess what they want you to do? They want you to support their business, but when it comes time for them to try to support you, they're nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. But they want you to support them. Yep. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying about Dr. Umar and the Pan-Africanism, and like I said before, this Hotep shit. A lot of these Hotep niggas are fucking bums. I know a lot of them. Trust me, I know a lot of them personally who are bums, who are liars, who are cheaters, and they talk about this consciousness and uplifting Black people, and none of them uplift Black people at all. It's a scam. And Dr. Umar Johnson, he's the same way, because I remember that it was years ago. He was supposed to be doing like an open a brunch a convention, right? And he sent the invitations out, and no Black men was allowed. Only Black women was allowed, and most of them were single mothers. So this is another dude who's just trying to collect Black women. He's trying to collect Black women for himself and shit like that, get them knocked up or whatever he wants to do and stuff like that. It's all fucking scam. It's all scam. Oh no! Oh, okay. Said, by the way, you should look up Jesse Lee Peterson. He'll trigger snowflakes. I like Jesse. I like Jesse at some points, but other things I don't co-sign on. Like, he's too much of a, how can I say it? He's like how can I say it? He's too much of a, like at times he's like on the extreme, like I love white people type of thing. Like, he's extreme to it. And like I said, I love Black people. I love my people and stuff like that. And I have my criticism towards Black people, and I want to see my Black people succeed and stuff like that. But he has like Jordan Lee Peterson, whoever his name is, like this dude, like Jesse Lee Peterson. This dude is too much. I love white people so much type of Black guy, where there's like he has nothing really anything positive to say about Black people, and I don't like that about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love everybody. I don't care what color you are, but I don't like when a person of one race uplifts and thinks so highly of one race and then don't have anything of anything of positive to say about his own people. You know what I'm saying? Me, I still have things to say positive about my Black people. I love my people and stuff like that. Yes, I can be I have my criticism and stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm Black. I still love Black people. We're talented. You know, we just got to get our shit together. You know what I'm saying? We got so much going for ourselves, and I just want my people to notice that and stuff. But when it comes to Jesse Lee Peterson, he's too much. I love white people. Like, white people are just amazing type of Black guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that about him. Taylor, Terry, only spawned that buck breaking me, if anything. I understand and agree about Dr. Umar, but what do you think about the Black Authority channel? Black Authority, I like he's okay. A long time ago, he said he wanted to support anybody. He wanted people to share anything that's like, if you got a business or you got something that you want to share and is created by Black created for by Black people and stuff like that. And this is years ago. So I shared something on his stream, and he didn't like it because he said that it's not Black. There's nothing Black about what I'm doing, because the characters that I had had white characters in it and stuff like that. And he was saying that what I had wasn't Black, or wasn't Black enough and stuff like that. So he kind of like did that on live stream. It was years ago. So yeah, you do have people like that. even when it comes to my comic, I believe that even my Venus Orion comic universe is going to rub certain black groups a certain way because it's not going to be black enough for them and stuff. So you got all kinds of shit that goes on. And I guess his old rap albums are worth a bunch of lulz. I knew it was him and Moment mentioned white nationalists mopping the floor. Yeah, I'm not white, but Taylor brings up a lot of fair points. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, man. Like that white nationalist dude, that white supremacist dude, he did bring up some fair points, and I'm black. And there's some black people like, oh shit, I didn't think about that or whatever like that. But it was embarrassing. You had a white supremacist just mop the floor with you. Like this white supremacist just mopped the floor with him. I was like, it was embarrassing. It was fucking embarrassing. Like it was embarrassing. So yeah, like I said, I like I said, I have relatives. I know people who are in the conscious community. You have like people like where even in my community, people call me King. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and they teach black people to see themselves as gods and stuff like that. Like I said, in the conscious community, they were saying that, you know, long hair the longer your hair, especially as a black man, shows how more connected you are to the universe, because your hair has like a vibration to it, and it brings a certain it connects, it attracts a certain vibration. It says something like that with your hair. And that's when one of the guys related it back to the Bible. He said, why do you think Samson was so strong? He was a black man with long hair, and his long hair representing his connection with God and stuff like that, and his connection, his consciousness, his connection to the universe itself. And that's why when he met Delilah, in the moment she cut his hair off, he lost his connection with God. He lost his connection with the universe and shit like that. So yeah. Like I said, man, I think us as black people, what we do is we have all kinds of ways to pat ourselves on the back, but I don't like calling black men king. Certain black men king, especially if they don't have any. They don't have any king-like qualities. Because like I see a lot of these niggas out here calling each other king, but I'm like, wait a minute, how is he king? This dude, he got a bunch of baby moms. He don't take care of none of his kids. He's out on the corner selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude went in and out of jail, killed somebody and stuff like that, and yet you giving this dude a pound, calling him king. This dude caused more harm in our community than anything. That's why I hate when niggas call black women queens, especially when like you on massive welfare. You don't take care of your kids and shit like that. You got a nasty ass attitude. You don't respect any type of black man that comes in your way that means good for you and shit like that. But yet we calling you a fucking queen. Like, come on, man. Makes me want to prove the statistics is wrong and succeed. I don't want to be a burden on this country as a son of an immigrant. I'm somewhere that guy is angry, but he got points. Oh yeah. Tommy is funny. Like every once in a while, Tommy can go left field where it's some things that I don't agree with sometimes that he says out of his mouth. But most of the time, he makes fair points. My wife and her family are immigrants, and they are the most industrious people I've seen, and they shame me to work harder as a born American. He's an incredible speaker who talks about current issues, not to mention he has 2 baby moms, but he wants to preach about relationships. Yeah. That's the thing I like with him. One question: can you use debit cards to pay for your comments and merch? Yeah. Well, when you go to Kickstarter, you're supposed to put your credit card account on your Kickstarter. Go to your Kickstarter account settings. You have to put your credit card. You have to register your credit cards and stuff in there. So you also still have to complete your Kickstarter. You have to register your credit cards and stuff in your Kickstarter account. They gave you shit for not having black characters. Nobody says James Barris who wrote Oz Guard. Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, yeah. There's people out there that don't like the fact, like you have people who only want to support black shit, even when it comes to comics. They want to see everything black. They don't want to see unless the white dude's a villain. But other than that, they want black leads, they want black empowerment. So you have some people who only support black creators or black comic book writers or black stories. They only want black stories. So that's why when it comes to certain black spaces, Venus Orion Comics won't appeal to them because it's not all black. I said some. I'm not painting a brush across everybody, but there's going to be some people within that group who's not going to fuck with Venus Orion Comics because it's not all black. Despite a black man created it. Jared Terry was a liberal until he visited Liberia and asked the locals why they were over behind. They told him that area wasn't colonized like the rest of Africa. Racialism stemmed from that. And the long hair. Yup. They're queens, not queens. Yeah, Tommy. Well, Tommy was the one that invented the word simp. Simp came from him. He started the word simp. The name of the stream should be a broken clock. Twice a day. I'd like to say, as a writer myself, just write your stories unless it's your editor. Don't let anyone tell you, yeah, no, fuck that. I'm writing my own. Yeah, I'm not allowing anybody to dictate. My goal is, if you like my stuff, that's good. It's not, everything is not going to be for everybody. That's what people got to understand. That's another reason why I walk away from a lot of these woke games, a lot of these games nowadays, because I realized that, I'm not the target audience. They don't care about me. They're not marketing towards me. So I'm not going to even waste my time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as a writer myself, I'm going to write the stories that I want to write. I'm going to create the characters that I want to create. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was one time I got attacked. Because he was saying somebody said that I ain't have enough black characters, or why my characters are lighter skin, lighter brown and stuff and everything like that, and they wanted darker skin blacks and all this type of stuff in Venus Orion Comics. It was stupid. I was arguing in the comment section about it and shit like that. It was fucking dumb. And then, like I said, you can't please everybody. I had some people on my Twitter saying that my female characters are too safe. And then I had some people coming in there saying that my female characters was too sexualized. So I can't satisfy everybody. That's only create the shit that I'm gonna create. Either you like it or you don't. That's all I can say. Yeah, the whole Black's not supporting black comics. It reminds me of Black Sands comic, guy attacking July's ice on him. Yeah. Let me tell you about Black. That's the thing. This is what black people are, the easiest demographic to black people. We're our culture and our people, we're very materialistic. We will spend, even if we're broke, we'll buy the most expensive pair of sneakers, even when we're broke. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they market towards us. We consume more than any other race when it comes to products and stuff. We consume so much. We're very materialistic. So even when it comes to brands, there's a lot of black people, a lot of black comic creators out there that do exist. But since it's not Disney, which is white owned or Jewish owned or whatever you want to call it, since it's not Disney, since it's not Marvel, since it's not DC, those kind of black folks don't give a shit because it's not Disney and them doing it. They'd rather suck the nuts of a corporation that's not even black owned to represent them rather than going to the source, which is a black creator that's giving you black stories that you want. What do you know about? I don't know anything about Godhood Comics. Do you think entertainment will collapse in the near future? I think there will be a reset at some point. I'm super ready to join. Super ruffling feathers. Is that Twitter post that edited that Boondocks episode cool? Hey, I'm not the target audience for your shitty game. Not the goal, but haters are inevitable. Even Jesus had Pharisees. Yeah. I'm sure Shonen Jump would definitely rewrite the story. Will you still work with them if they slice your deal? Yeah, if they slice me, if Shonen, I'm glad you guys think so highly of me when it comes. If Shonen slice me a deal, it depends on what the deal is. Like I said, like if Netflix came to me, like I said, if anybody come to me and wanted to adapt my shit, I need to have some type of creative control. Like, especially when it comes to West. You're not turning my fucking characters gay for no fucking reason and shit like that. You're not throwing in that feminine shit, girl ball shit for no damn reason. You're not changing shit just to change shit. I'm not allowing it. If you want to take my shit and change it to fit a narrative and not stick to the source material, like you're not taking my property. You're not going to adapt my property. And if you want to adapt my property, I gotta have some form of. I gotta be on some form of control, some form of, or it's not getting adapted. Just that simple. Yeah, it's not. That's how I am. Like, no, you're not changing my shit. Like, I'm very serious about it. This is my baby. Like, you're not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, it all depends, man. It all depends where all this go. Like, I'm learning every day. Like I said, I'm new to writing. I'm a new writer, so I'm working hard every day, trying to flesh out characters, trying to flesh out, my lore, my universe Bible. I'm trying everything. This is a new experience, and I just want you guys to come with me and watch me grow as a writer, as well. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to create an immersive universe for you guys when it comes to Venus Orion Comics and stuff. And I can wait to see which Draven brothers you guys are going to love the most. That's why I can't wait for it. That's what I can't wait for it, to see which Draven brothers you guys like the most, and which Draven brother you think is the strongest Draven brother, or which one has the most potential. Okay. You said if you want to know why we haven't had another Spawn movie, look up the interview of Tommy Brilliant's eye opening, all the creative control and race swaps. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Definitely gonna check that out. Spent so much money on Hennessy. Imagine if you're gonna get a Netflix Cowboy Bebop trade. Oh my God, don't put that idea in my head. I don't even want to think about that shit. Do not do that. Do not do that, bro. That is messed up. But yeah, that's my dream, man. I can't wait to see what characters, which Draven brothers you're gonna like. I can't wait to see you guys. Pick your favorite character. I can't wait to see you guys theorize and different things and stuff like that. And stuff. I can't wait to see like people do like potential matchups, like who can beat who, like this character from this series and that character from that series. I can't wait to see all that and everything. It's just, man, I'm just upset that I'm not rich to be able, because if I was rich, I'd be able to make this much bigger than what it currently is. I'll be able to have so much other things ready for you guys if I was rich. That's why I wish I was rich, man. Man. So yeah, I forgot to mention about on the Kickstarter, there will be some Kickstarter goals that I would love to reach. My Kickstarter goal, I have to let you guys know. The Kickstarter goal, this is just the goal that it has to be met in order for me to be able to fulfill. The goal is $4,000. I have to reach $4,000. If it doesn't reach $4,000, the campaign failed and no one gets books. Nothing goes out. You get your money back and everything. So it has to reach $4,000. It has to reach $4,000. Everything beyond $4,000 is a blessing. But let me put it this way. $4,000 is only going to be enough to be able to finance the next book without it hurting my pockets. Which means if I make it to $4,000 and it stops at $4,000, it's only enough for me to do the next book without it hurting my pockets. But guess what? I'm not going to waste all my money, all that money, just to do chapter 2. I will just save that money for Venus Orion Comics, and I would have to do chapter 2 out of my pocket again, which means you have to wait a little bit longer for chapter 2 to come out, because that's not enough to finance the next book or what like that. I'd rather save that money so it can pile up, and then I can add or finance the next chapter or whatever book that I'm doing next. Now, if we go beyond $4,000, this is where things get good for me as a company, because then I can now actually start green lighting certain things and able to put other things in motion all at one time. So yes, we have to reach $4,000. Now, once you guys reach $4,000, everybody who backs in pre-order or who backs the campaign, there's going to be a free gift that's going to come with your order. So if we reach $4,000, there's going to be a goodie. There's going to be some goodies that's going to come with your order for free. So I want to keep that in mind. I can't explain what it is until you actually, when the campaign opens, you'll see what the goodie is. But it's going to be for free. It's going to come with all your orders. So no matter what you order, it's only if you reach $4,000. If you reach the $4,000 goal, everybody would get this free goodie. With no matter what your order is, you would get it. No matter what, everybody would get it. So yeah, let's see, 1 second. Bro, it would hurt. Which nice. Mine didn't start off out at first, but then the pop if you leave the release. Well, explain what you mean if it doesn't start off popular first. In what way? Talk about the campaign. What do you? I don't know what you're trying to say, so I can be able to answer you correctly. Yeah. Then the next goal, after we reach 4,000, 8,000 will unlock another goodie, but it's not. Of course, it's not going to be a free goodie, but it's going to be a goodie. It's going to be added that you can be able to buy and add to your. It's going to be. It's only campaign exclusive that you'll be able to add it if you want to buy it and add it to your. Because this costs money. It costs money to do this, so that's why it's not free. But the other one is not going to. It doesn't really cost me a thing. It's I can just give it to you for free. But yes. Once you hit $8,000, there will be 3 extra items that will be added to the campaign where you'll be able to add it if you want to add it to your order or you want to go back to the Kickstarter and get something else, you'll be able to get that. Oh yeah. My throat, like my voice is still my voice is better. It's still not my voice is still not 100%. I would say my voice is like 89%. After 8,000, 16,000, it's going to be another gift. It's going to be another purchasable add-on. And because this shit costs me money. I really want to do this. If we reach $16,000, there will be another item that's available if you want to purchase that. And then after that, at $100,000, if we reach $100,000 or more, if we reach $100,000 or more, there will be a full length 1 minute and 30, maybe 1 minute and 30 seconds, or maybe 1 minute and 30 second trailer of VK, fully voiced, animated, fully voiced. And it's going to be Arc 1. It's going to be a trailer of the entire Arc 1. It's not going to spoil anything, but it's going to be a nice trailer, fully voiced, fully animated, and me and my artists going to be working on it throughout the year, and then present it to you guys if we reach $100,000 or more. So that's the goal. Those are the goals. So, like I said, reaching $4,000 is good. That's the goal. In order for you guys to get the book, in order for the campaign to be successful, it has to reach $4,000. Even though that's good, that's not going to be enough to finance, like, because that would pretty much clean out my whole account if I used to use all that money or whatever's left over. That won't be enough to finance the next book by Venus Orion Comics, which means I would have to finance it again. But that's enough money for me to save for Venus Orion Comics to add on to whatever money's left over from the second campaign. So $4,000, even though I reached that goal, that's still not enough to finance the next book, which means I will have to pay out of pocket once again to get the book done, which means you will have to wait a little bit longer or like that since it's coming out of my pocket again. But as I said before, it's still a good amount for me to save in my Venus Orion Comics bank account to let it pile up and stuff like that. So yeah. So as I said before, I'm gonna repeat it again. Do not forget. Yeah, man. I believe we're gonna make it, guys. I believe we're gonna make it. 100 people. I believe like 100 people should get me at least. I think 100 people would get me to $4,000. If I get 100 people, depending on what y'all guys buy, I think 100 or maybe 200 people will get me to 4,000 easily. If I can get 200 people to get me to 4,000, everything else is going to be a blessing from there, or whatever. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But don't forget, I'm gonna do it once again. Do not forget, go to the Kickstarter, hit that notification button for launch. and to be notified for launch. And remember, like I said, this Kickstarter pre-launch page is the actual launch page is underneath. It's behind this pre-launch page, which doesn't open up until January 6th. January 6th is when the actual page opens up. This is just what you see right now because it's only the pre-launch page. But hit that notification. Oh, the Kickstarter will last all the way up until February. The campaign lasts until February 13th. I forgot to tell you. It lasts all the way up to February 13th. So you have to January 6th to February 13th. That's how long it lasts. You have up to January. You have from January 6th to January 6th to January 14th. 13th, my fault, to January 13th. January 6th to January 13th. So it's a month and a couple of days. It will last. It lasts for a month and a couple of days. So it's giving you guys enough time. Yeah, I'm about to mention that. So yeah, the pre-orders is not a one-day thing. It's not a one-day thing. It's not a one-day thing. You know what? And what I need to make that announcement because I think since a lot of you guys are new to this Kickstarter stuff, probably a lot of you guys are under the impression that it's only for one day. I need to make that clear because that will probably fuck me over in the long run. Yeah, I need to make that clear. That will probably fuck me over. So I'll make that announcement on my community tab, and my Twitter and stuff like that. All right, good question. No, the comic will ship once my comics. Remember, I have to order the comics. So once the campaign is done in February, it's not over yet. Once February gets here and the campaign is done and it reached its goal, I have to send a survey out to everybody who made orders. The survey is for you guys to get. I have to get your the survey is to get your email address, your home address, your name, and all that stuff. So it's not so even though the campaign is over, I have to get all that information. So the survey goes out to everybody. So you have if you don't fill out that information, you won't get your order and your money gets sent back to you. So you still have to keep an eye out for your email. You still have to keep an eye out for your email. So after you make the order doesn't go through until the end of the campaign. Once the end of the campaign comes, it goes out. A survey goes out to all you guys. It collects all your information. And plus, it also, say for instance, you got a VK shirt. Say for instance, you get a shirt. The survey will ask you, okay, your order, within your package, or within this tier, you got a shirt. The survey will ask you what size shirt do you want. So you also got to pick your sizes. That's why you still, once you make the order, you can't choose none of that stuff like your size and all that type of stuff until the surveys go out. So that's why it's still important. And I think Kickstarter give everybody a 7-day window. So you have to fill it out within 7 days or something like that. So if you don't fill it out, your order is canceled. Yeah, your order is canceled. So after the survey is out, I have to order the book. I have to go to the comic book printing company to print the book. So depending on how many books I have to print, that determines of when the books are going to get to my studio. So yeah, so fulfillment starts once the books get to my studio. So what happens is let me put it this way, once we reach $4,000 goal, I'm going to starting to prepare to order some of the books already. I'm going to start preparing my orders. Now the thing is, I still have to be careful because I don't want to overdo it. Because if I overdo it, like I said, what I understand is some people credit cards may get canceled, meaning that because of the bank or somebody may not have the funds, so it may even cancel some people's orders. So I can't like preemptively order books right away because some of these credit cards cards may not even go through or whatever like that. Some orders may even get canceled. So I have to be strategic on how I approach this. Yeah, guys. Like, yeah. I'm trying to save this stuff for you guys. I don't want to spoil this stuff. Yes, there's gonna be shirts, there's gonna be hoodies, there's gonna be leggings, there's gonna be mouse pads, there's gonna be tumblers, there's gonna be mugs, there's gonna be. I even show you guys the official VK poster. There's gonna be posters too. It's not just the book. You're getting it's a whole bunch of shit. I wanted to save that stuff for you guys. So when you go to the Kickstarter, it surprised you with all the shit that you can get. But yes, it's not. You're not just getting the book. If you just want the book, you can get the book. But there's going to be bundles too, where you can get a book with a mug, or a book with a mug, keychain, and this. Oh yeah, and a nylon book bag, a mini bag, a mini arm bag. You get all that shit. Yes, but there's going to be leggings too for the female buyers too. There's going to be leggings, VK leggings. And they look dope. They're done. They look dope. There's going to be videos for the merchandise. There's going to be a separate video for merchandise. You will see all the merchandise. So let me put it this way: there's going to be a Young Raph collection. There's going to be a Kyo collection. There's going to be a Varion collection, and there's going to be a Strike collection, where everything Strike related. It's all going to matching colors and everything. That's going to be a tier to itself. And there's a digital comic collection, meaning that you can get a digital comic and you can get, a collection of whatever that's on that tier. Or you can customize your own shit collection. Make me go broke with this campaign. Yes. Yeah. Sweatpants, everything. Mouse pads, wallets, mini arm bag. I got it's mini arm bag. You got a nylon bag, tote bag, with the strap, with the drawstring on it. Different, and it's different designs. Yeah, different designs. There's a Kyo shirt, there's a Young Rav shirt, a Varion shirt. There's a VK shirt, and oh my god, you're gonna love it. The VK logo on it, then got on the hood, it got VK on it, and then got the crawl. You're gonna like it. You're gonna love it. Then there's a Venus Orion. You're not just getting VK stuff, you're getting Venus Orion stuff, like a Venus Orion bag, Venus Orion wallet, Venus Orion mug, Venus Orion hoodie. Like the hood, like there's another hoodie that I'll be like the hoodie that I got there. I'll be having that. So yeah, it's gonna be all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, it's weird you name the Draven brothers after your own brothers. Oh yeah. Well, they're inspired by my brothers. That's why. With the body pillows, I'll love to do body pillows in the future. Trust me, dude. I was trying to get 3D printed figures of Young Rav, but it wasn't feasible at the time because I wouldn't be able to get it done in time. So I'm gonna say that for something else. But yes, guys, you're not just getting the comic. You're not just getting the comic. You're not just getting the comic at all. You can just get the comic if you want, but there's other items that you can get. Yes, there's other items that you can get. So get what you want to get, man. But yeah, so if you want to, so it's gonna be fun because if people get the collections like the Young Rav or Kyo or Strike or Varion, that will actually let me know which one is your favorite characters, especially if I see people pick those up. And then like I said, there's a tier. How many is how many? You want I'm not gonna spoil, but I'm doing tumblers. This is an example. Tumblers I'll be having, and we're gonna be having we're gonna have mugs, but this is not the exact mug. These are just other mugs. But the size of the mugs and then the size of the tumblers you guys want to be able to get and stuff like that. And wait till you see the designs. Wait till you see the designs of the tumblers and the mugs. Yeah, so yeah, the vampire DMZ. But yeah, so you guys, like I said, like this is for you guys. I can't wait to see what you guys get. Especially, I'll reveal the poster once the poster get here, so you guys will be able to see what poster is going to be. So you see the person when you see it in person, all like that. But the poster's gonna be this size over there. You see the size? As far as sizes are concerned, the poster's gonna be that big. So you better put it up on your wall, put it in your room or wherever you want to put it at, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist. So I'm gonna make an announcement, let people know about that. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this stream. I really appreciate you guys. If you haven't yet, I'll post it again. The Kickstarter, the pre-launch page for the Kickstarter for Venus Orion Comics and the VK launch. So make sure you guys go check that out. And hope you guys have a good night. I enjoy talking to you guys, and see you guys Monday. So have a good night, and see you game fiends later. Peace out.